There are no dream eaters. It's all good. They're a figment of our imagination.
We've actually been doing all of this shit to ourselves this entire
We
time.
thought the real monsters were their demons within, and etc.
Can you guys hear me? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The real loot was the friends we made along the way.
Ah!
I agree with that
Made
statement.
any friends?
Friendship is the greatest treasure of all.
We have some coerced
Oh,
friends.
You have purchased a friend. I don't think you guys have actually.
Well done, Xylus.
You're renting
And if you
a
get
friend.
enough gold, you can rent friends.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this
You're renting.
superlative thing is great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that you didn't single out Island for most likely to muck up a social encounter.
That wouldn't be fair.
No.
So let's be honest, everybody has done it
Yeah.
multiple times.
No. No! Gail isn't gonna die. Gail will never die.
You
See,
wish.
that's what I said.
We're
That
gonna,
right,
like-
yeah.
That said, since there was some typos in there, I've issued a correction.
So I will say
Two
that
corrections.
what I think is going to happen is there's going to be some scenario where Gale is like about to die, and then Erie's going to reveal that Gale was a god the entire time.
We'll
It's gonna
see.
happen. It's gonna happen. Yep.
It's like, oh, by the way, I'm an immortal, omnipotent god, and you guys shat talk me. Talk to
Yeah,
me
you guys should have
the
been
entire time.
nicer to me.
I'm nice to Gail.
Oh,
And then they'll just be like, shut up, Gil. And he'll be like, oh, okay.
yeah.
We're so mean to you.
You guys really are. But that's okay. He's used to it. Are we waiting on Twinkie or
I
no?
thought
When-
Twinkie was here.
Yeah.
No.
The thing was,
He
he said,
10
"Oh,
minutes
yeah,
ago he popped in and said yeah, and we haven't seen his ass since.
Amazing.
He's in Discord now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, he just got there and he heard me shit talking because he was not there 5 seconds ago.
Seriously, 20 minutes late? Come on, dude.
especially when you pop in like 10 minutes before."
Yeah.
We really need to just tell him the starting time is earlier than it is.
Hey,
Great.
finally.
I promised everyone, yeah, we can start half an hour early. I'm not going to be up drinking all night on Easter Eve. And then I stayed up until 2 on Easter Eve drinking and gambling my money away.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, that sounds fair. Very similar to what I did.
Oh,
Oh,
hush.
okay.
Don't
We
you-
half of
don't
us were drinking
justify his
last night,
behavior.
and we still got here on
Yeah,
time.
don't enable him.
Issue. Yeah, but I also gambled, so that makes it worse.
Oh, that's true. I didn't gamble. But I did start drinking at 3:40.
Did you also have
Okay.
hookers and blow?
No.
That one?
I ate a salmon dip that was that was questionable.
Similar to hookers and blow.
All right, are we recording now?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone, if you would please direct your attention to Discord, Forgive My Plague, and click on the link provided. We shall begin today's adventure.
Oh, that's you too, Ina.
I just spent like
Yes! You
so
need
long
it.
trying to sign into this thing.
Oh, I'm excited.
What?
Well, we've still got 7 minutes before we actually start at normal times.
We're the worst.
Oh my god, this is the best.
Are we all pirates now? Oh god. Why does it automatically turn the camera on?
Oh yeah, it did that for me too.
I don't want to see my face.
Haha, you got a face.
See,
Did I capture your face?
Stop my computer from playing sound, which is weird since I have nothing plugged in.
It's happy pirate music.
It is the happiest of the pirate music. Okay.
Oh, hey, this is the Kneld crew.
Give me one moment while I assign this again
I'm
to you
so
guys.
confused.
I love this music so much.
Yeah, me too.
I can't listen through the phone.
It's
We be heading Neverland, Scallywags, Scally.
Oh god.
Alright.
I know you said you had something planned, but Kneld
I
crew on a
did.
pirate ship was not what I expected.
Oh boy. Professor Henry Walton, welcome back.
back from the dead. Or back from the vanished.
The whole party's assumed you're dead, so...
I am so digging this music.
What's going on?
Um,
No, we don't know!
yeah.
Is this? Yeah, this is all level 5 stuff. Okay, cool.
This is, yeah, these are your characters. They were moved when they were level 5, I believe. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I haven't leveled up yet. I'm gonna die.
Not that it matters.
Expecting sound and
So confused.
Arr, be ye ready.
Okay, so Ina, this means that you're actually like you can actively play this week with us. You're not just
well, okay.
Proceeded.
And I
We're-
probably
yeah.
be in Eureka, huh?
well, I mean, you don't have to. That's totally up to you. If you'd rather run Eureka.
20 mobs as a healer right now. Totally.
They're dumb.
That's totally up to you. We can always have you be unconscious for this.
Eureka's dumb. This is better.
Mouth. I overthrow
You know I'm right.
the leader of the FC.
Alright, I'm ready to be a
Alright.
pirate.
Are we ready to be a pirate?
I still think this is slightly blasphemous that Kern isn't being a pirate.
I know. This is the only downside is that Kern's not here because he would.
How
totally
come-
think
Actually, like, we had a session where we were pirates, or pretended to be pirates.
that- Yes. Yes.
That's true,
Yes, you
yeah.
did. And initially, that was gonna be the basis, but then it was like, no, let's bring the Kneld characters over and have them be pirates instead.
Being pirates better, perhaps? Wait,
So
does that mean next is Nero?
next is Nero.
Oh.
This is so true.
So this
What
is
happened to my armor
awesome,
class?
isn't
Points.
it?
This is amazing.
Oh yeah, your character might be a little messed up. I don't know what I did to him, but I tried to undo it.
I'm more talking about what happened to the fact that I used to have 19 AC, and now I have 12.
Okay.
I was prepared for a fighter.
So Erie, is this
Yes.
pre Nero death or post Nero death? Because I'd like to
This-
not have
I
11
think we're in an
AC.
AU here.
This is actually in the timeline. This is actual canon, thanks to Sid.
Well, semi-canon. We'll see how it goes.
Semi-canon. So in the timeline, this would be after the adventure that we just had and before the next adventure. So you would still have whatever AC you had, but since it's not exactly canon, you can whatever equipment is on Nero, you can have on Nero. Like if you want to give him his armor back, you can, but you are on a boat, so think about
Oh,
that.
true. I'll stay with the lion skin.
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna
because-
say.
Lion skin Nero is best.
It is massive.
All right.
Viking Club.
I get level 3 spells.
So we are gonna start now that we're all on the same page. Um,
I'll hold
Ina,
off
am
level
I
3
not-
spells because this is in the past.
am I knocking you out, or are you gonna join us? We lost Ina entirely.
Oh, I'm
Honestly.
sorry. I did leave Eureka, so I'm good to
Oh, okay. Okay. Then I won't knock you out. I'll keep you
wise
alive.
choice.
I mean, I only have 5,000 crystals. I think I'm okay.
You have
Yeah.
chosen. Why?
You want to share?
I
Should
would
be.
love to share. I do have 24 Zuzu feathers too that I'm not using currently.
All right. So we will start today's adventure. As you can see, I am Captain Eerie, and I will only answer to Captain Eerie for the rest of the session. My pirate voices are going to be bad because I have the plague, but I will do my best.
Can we all do pirate voices?
You can do whatever voice you want to do. I will not stifle your creativity. Whatever you want. So, the crew wakes up on board a pirate ship.
Wait, do we all have like titles now?
Dibs on first, mate.
Something cabin boy.
The
Wait,
ship
that's Local Joe. Hang on.
has definitely had better days. You're being tossed about in what seems to be a gathering storm. It's not at its full height yet, but it's definitely taken a chunk out of the boat. There are other people here, other pirates and assorted crew that are scrambling around trying to hold the last vestiges of their vessel together. The few that do take notice of you as you wake up and sort of get to your feet and shake the fog from your brains, the few that happen to see you as they pass pay you little mind. You seem to be sort of a passing curiosity to them. They don't stop. But yet here you are on a masted frigate whose sails are flapping in the breeze and the floorboards are shifting underneath your feet. You have no recollection of how you arrived. You're not entirely sure where you are. The sky above you has the dark storm clouds of a gathering tempest, but just beyond them you can see the sun, not the twilight skies of the Kneld. Wherever you are, someplace different.
Guys, this is touring.
You say that.
Of course, we'd only be there on the April Fool's game.
By the way, Michael, we still have not made it to touring.
Of course you have.
Because it doesn't exist.
Don't worry, Mr. Godler will come soon.
So, you wake up, you stand up. What do you want to do?
I want to be a pirate.
Guys? Where are we?
Physical proficiency, so I'm fine with this.
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how we got here.
None of us do.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just ask around, maybe?
Well, is there anybody else around here other than you guys? Wow, I did not expect to see you all again.
Oh yeah. Hey, Professor.
Hey!
You're alive.
Yeah, apparently so. Haven't gotten myself killed yet.
Okay. Well,
Hey, and I appear to be once more.
You understand how death works, Nero? Because this is getting kind of ridiculous.
Something here. Did something happen with
He
you
died
guys?
twice.
Huh?
I just accepted the fact that he died. Come on, guys.
Yeah, we had a big emotional moment and everything, and now he's just back.
Oh. Huh. Okay.
Perhaps instead of Nero the Nameless, I should call myself Nero the Undying.
please
That's a
no.
bit cooler, I think. Yeah. Go for that one. Do that one.
All right. Well,
All seriousness, how did we come to be here now?
I don't know. Let's go ask around. There's a bunch of other people that apparently don't care. And
Hey, you! You! I'm gonna point to the nearest person.
Okay. So a crew member looks in your
Where
direction.
exactly are we? How
And
did
he
we
looks
get
at you
here?
kind of incredulously. Mm-hmm. Good.
And also, what's your name? My name's
Baby.
Professor Henry Walton. Wait, no.
Just professor. The crew member looks pretty harried. He's hauling massive coils of rope. Or at least that's what they look like to you. Over to one of the masts in order to try and tie the sail down. And he seems torn between like stopping and talking to you or continuing with his task, and actually ends up thinking, I'll just finish what I'm doing. And he keeps right on running.
Hey, don't walk away from me.
Yeah, pretty much everyone around you is in a general state of panic as they are scurrying about doing various things. If you look off into the distance beyond sort of the swelling waves and the gathering storm, there are other ships in the distance that are firing upon one another. There's varying in size. Some of them are larger frigates like yours. Some seem to be smaller boats, but you can definitely see the flicker of what you would assume to be cannon fire or gunfire of some kind off in the distance.
Well, I'm glad that we're not going towards that.
No, you're not. But there are the definite remnants of shell marks on the boat. So you were over there at one point. As you kind of stand around all gormless and just sort of in the middle of this ship's deck, eventually a kenku, a large crow, comes striding up from below and is sort of taking stock of the deck and notices you almost immediately because you kind of stand out a little bit. Yeah. Dog and tiny gray man, and the professor is certainly loud enough for anyone to hear. I think I have a picture of our Kenku friend that I will throw up.
If he looks
You
cooler
can
than
see
Blinker,
him.
I'm gonna riot.
Blinker's not even a part of the crew yet, and he's already gonna start a mutiny.
This is our Kenku friend here.
Ooh.
So this
I think he looks cool, just like her.
crow.
No. Oh, he does. God damn it.
He comes striding up from down below, taking stock, notices you all, and begins to stride your direction. And then you hear this very kind of sharp, almost like nail on a chalkboard kind of voice coming from the Kenku, but the Kenku's not opening his beak at all. So you're not exactly sure where it's coming from until he gets a little closer to you. And then beyond the sea spray and above the howl of the wind, you see perched on his shoulder is a mouse.
Oh my god!
Oh, cool. It's what's his face from Labyrinth, almost.
Almost, yeah, almost.
That's so perfect!
His name is Arpacheap. I've decided this.
And the little mouse is barking orders in his tiny little voice, which still manages to carry beyond the giant cacophony that is the storm. And he's telling this guy to go there and this guy to go there, and then he catches sight of what the Kenku is staring at. And you lot! And he stops. Where'd you all come from?
Been asking that of every single person on this ship. By the way, your entire crew is very rude. I assume you're the captain. Just
We've
based on the way
only
you're
asked
dressed.
one person.
The little mouse hops up and down on the shoulder of the Kenku. I didn't ask for your life story. Just asked you how you got here. Well, never mind. You've replaced, 6 good men, so you'll have to do the work of 7. You understand? Now you all decide what needs to be done and divide amongst yourselves because it's got to be done now, or we're going to go down. And that doesn't matter where you come from. If we go down, we all go down. So this is what I need done. Are you listening? And this mouse does not take a breath. And the Kenku is just standing there like completely impassive. Whatever. The mouse is on and I say, okay, I need sails raised. I need that secured. So any of you who know anything about knot tying, I need you over there. I need someone to go down and patch the side of the ship, but you need to be able to hold your breath because it's underwater, you understand? I don't want anybody dying on my watch. I also need someone to go up and help the captain navigate because there's a storm coming. I don't know if you can see it. And he takes his saber, which is easily the size of his entire body, and flips it so that it almost clips the Kenku in the side of the head. But he points to the storm behind him. The Kenku doesn't flinch. He points to the storm behind him. Like, we got a navigator on that sumbitch right there. So I need someone to go help do that. I also need someone to do lookout up in the crow's nest as soon as we get it lashed down, because right now it's kind of hanging from the side. I don't know if you can see that, but don't worry about that. We're going to fix that. But I need somebody up there to see what's coming, because there's other boats out there. And so he takes the saber, he tosses it into his other hand, and he flips it out towards the other side now. The other side away from the storm to where all the boats are fighting. He goes, we got those bastards out there. We don't want them coming this way, so we need to keep a good look. And I need someone to keep everybody's spirits up. So if any of you know any songs or stories or puppetry or whatever you got, you can flash somebody, whatever you got to do. Got to keep everybody moving. I don't want to have to come back and tell you this all again. So you just figured it out and you get it done now, yeah? And the Kenku just kind of turns, with the mouse still sort of half hopping on his shoulder as he walks back to what is probably the captain's cabin since it's on deck level. But it's got an actual door that shuts. So he goes into that door, and you guys just kind of left there. So
that was a mouthful.
Y'all need to decide who's doing what.
Alright, I got dibs on navigation. I got this. I'm gonna go straight up to whoever that he mentioned.
Okay, you're gonna go navigation.
I does have
Whoa.
a question.
I'll pull a lookout.
Hang on.
I
You have a question?
Because how proficient? I mean, I'm proficient in wild vehicles, but what do I know? Because I did a sub, not a boat.
Yeah, this is foreign territory for you. Like you could probably steer, because sea navigation is sea navigation. So you could probably steer competently, but anything else like sails and patching and stuff like that would be pretty foreign for you. All right, so the professor has chosen to navigate.
Nero's got pretty sharp eyes.
Okay. So Nero wants to do lookout. Well, Iskin cannot tie.
Yay.
Clicky's got experience with patching and repairing sails from his time being a surf bum, so he'll do that.
Okay.
I guess Finch will go down and start repairing. But I mean, although like jumping around sails sounds like totally awesome.
Yeah, maybe we should swap because Ace and his stick arms are going to have trouble with the sail raising.
Well, I mean, so will Finch.
Yeah.
Okay, so Clicky raising sails. Actually, Iskin could use help with the knots because you guys have to get the crow's nest back up to where it is literally dangling from the mast that it's on. Like
That's fine.
It took direct fire, so you're gonna need somebody that can climb up there, and then somebody else that can secure it.
I'll volunteer to help out with that.
I was gonna say.
And then somebody has to dive underwater to patch.
Finch will do that.
Go quick.
Okay, Dennis, like, what do you want to do?
I don't know. He's not particularly good at anything. I can't imagine that he could swim, considering he wasn't allowed near water. And then, like, he's also not strong, and he's also not perceptive. So going to the ocean would be a good idea.
Go flash people to inspire them.
Yeah, how's your charisma?
I'm pretty sure I have a -2 modifier in that.
So I feel like the best thing for Denisek would be navigation because.
-2.
All right. Dennisek can help navigate.
My perception is 0, so.
Well, navigation isn't based on perception, though. Navigation is based on intelligence.
Oh, okay. I have
And you can navigate. But you can navigate.
All right, we're not gonna get nowhere, but okay.
Well, the professor's gonna help. Yeah, and he's smart. So it'll be okay.
Help? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, professor's gonna help. You know. All right, so everyone needs to make their rolls. Twinki, I need you to make a strength check.
Well, that's awkward.
Finch, Constitution.
Check or save? It doesn't matter.
It's a check, but
Oh God.
Oh,
5 minutes into the adventure,
and he
everybody
drowns.
dies.
Oh.
Professor, please make intelligence with advantage since you have a stuck with you.
Actually, in place of that, can I just like stand on the deck and be like, which direction do we need to go?
No. No, you have to roll intelligence.
Are you sure? Because if you point me in a direction, I can send you in that direction.
No, you have to help navigate. That's the point.
Are you sure?
Well,
I have.
I guess you can abdicate if you want to, and Denisek can do it.
I can.
It's up to you.
I can just send us in a direction if you'd like.
I think
They don't know
you
where they
figure out
go yet.
which direction first.
Yeah, they don't know where they need to go. It's a storm.
Oh, okay, fine.
Besides,
And
we're
that's
also
right.
we're also tightening up the sails, so gust of wind's not going to do much.
You might just
Yeah, you don't
mess
have
it up.
Yeah,
Oh,
there we go.
no.
Well, advantage.
You
So.
have advantage. You have advantage. You have advantage. Okay, can't do.
Oh, we need to go over there, and like Denisek just moves his arm over.
And let's see what Iskin's got. Well, that was awesome.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we're totally not going to die, none of us.
We're all
It's fine. It's fine. This is all fine. Okay. Plinker, did you do your okay. Do charisma.
better performance.
Yeah, I know.
Oh boy.
Why would you get advantage? Why?
Because
Convince me and call me Cat Eerie. I'm not gonna say.
no, he wouldn't get advantage.
They're used to seeing a, hold on. They're used to seeing a Kenku on board, and so therefore the sight of
That's
a
true.
Kenku calms them, Captain Eerie.
Exactly. And he's-
That's actually. I was hoping is what you were gonna say, but.
I just imagine Plinker singing like the seagull from Little Mermaid, and just like.
Okay. All right, so it's gonna take a little bit of damage, but she at the very least can get the mast tied back up with that. Alrighty. Which means, Nero, you are able to get up to the crow's nest. You have to make a dex check to get up there before you can make
Dex? Shit.
Maybe I
Yeah.
should be the one doing that.
I could do strength pretty well.
No.
All right, we're switching next time.
Okay, well, here goes.
He's dead.
I got
He's
a
already
1
dead.
and a 20. Come on.
Rest in pieces.
Yep.
I mean,
Third time.
Nero's dead, so you know he tries to climb, but his hand just goes through the mast. We'll just.
Nero's like friggin' Superman. He dies all the damn time, but doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Bring back. Asa, where did we have you?
He was helping out Iskin, but seeing Nero faceplant, I think I should probably go over there.
Okay, maybe you should help Nero.
Yeah.
Does that mean I'd get advantage and get my natural 20?
No.
Maybe I should
No, you
just
still have
climb
to
up.
reroll.
I'm better
Or-
at this. Just throw that out there, Nero.
Well, Nero's got a perception like out the wazoo.
Yeah, we have to get you up
I-
there though.
I've got perception +5, so you know.
Oh, fine, you do that.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
not. Or not.
that's enough to get you up there at the very least. Go ahead with your perception at disadvantage. Well, not that it matters, but all right. Okay. And I'm jotting these numbers down. Give me 1 second. Because they are important for later.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they're important for later.
If only Nero was a level 18, he could have just flown up there.
That's a long way away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe at year 1 we are level 6.
Okay. So, having performed your various tasks as Finch rises from the underhold, coughing up water and algae and various forms of aquatic life. The crow's nest is actually well tied, but his skin kind of fell about halfway down, and not used to being on the sea. Ended up taking a little bit of damage, but at least it's steady. The sails were raised successfully, so you guys have sails now. And the crew knows basically where they're going, thanks to Denisek and the professor's guidance.
We're just sinking.
Yes.
We're going down and also in that right direction.
Yes, you are going effectively into the storm, and you are taking on water, but not as much as you were previously.
Nero will help bail water, since that's all he's good for.
So as you all kind of complete your tasks, and there's general mayhem going on the top deck and down below in the hold, as you all try to keep this sucker above water, you can still hear cannon fire in the background. And everyone except Asa make a perception check.
Oh yeah, see, that's
One
That's
day
what I
I'll
was
play
thinking
character
of.
with a high perception.
I'm a damn storm cleric. There's got to be something I can do to help.
Denisek is very preoccupied, as is Navigator Walton, as they stand up at the ship's wheel, helping the poor
No, go left!
poor
Left!
wheelmaster, trying to, I imagine there's a lot of grabbing of the wheel back and forth as they try and
Trust me!
maneuver around
Trust me, it's this way!
A lot of backseat driving going on up there.
You just completely read that red light!
The rest of you, as you sort of scan the horizon and listen to the breeze, you hear beyond the cannon fire and the shouts of men and the splashing down of what you hope are not people into the water, and the general shouts and chaos around you specifically. There are other sounds in the wind. There's the howls and shrieks, and sometimes it sounds like a woman and sometimes it sounds like a chorus of them. And as you watch, a bolt of lightning, a singular bolt of lightning, comes down into the center of the boat from apparently nowhere, which starts a small fire. Now all the crew rushes over and stamps it out. It becomes immediately priority as soon as it does. So they come and they stamp it out. It doesn't actually go anywhere. But yeah, that lightning came from absolutely nowhere.
Lightning from nowhere.
Lightning from nowhere.
People are stealing my shtick.
Corn is watching over us, guys.
Or trying to kill us.
So, as everyone they start calm down a little bit, once these major repairs have been done, quote unquote, out of the captain's door comes the Kenku and his mouse companion, going to survey your work. You guys in particular. He calls you guys on over, little mouse in his shrill little voice. All right, you new lot, in front of me. Let's go.
Hey, Yuri, I want to do this.
Yeah.
to
You gotta
make
call
him
him
like
Captain
his
Erie, though.
Captain Erie, sorry. Can I do my enthralling performance to beguile the captain, the other captain, the Kenku,
The mouse.
the mouse? Yes.
Okay. Will you roll for the mouse then?
They make wisdom saving throws. If they fail, they're
Oh.
charmed.
What's the DC?
Oh, 15.
Okay. All right. They do not appear to be charmed by
God damn it.
Blinker. Good try though. But two of the sort of hangers on in the background definitely seem to be, and seem to have a newfound reverence for Blinker and his musical abilities.
Wait, Bleaker's been having a mutiny.
Oh yeah, Mouse calls you all together. Like, all right, lot. I'm not sure how you got here. Don't really care right now. You seem to do a good job. And he points up at the crow's nest. That seems to be hanging on as best as could be expected. Now, here's what's going on. We are being attacked by you know who,
No.
and
Back up. I don't think any of us know who.
the mouse has this massively dramatic sigh. He almost raises up on his toes for this sigh. He kind of takes out a saber and he beckons you all closer. Do you want to get closer?
I'm gonna be honest, the saber does not inspire confidence in me coming closer to you.
It's a little saber.
I know your reach isn't that big, but you know it's a threatening gesture, and I feel like if we're going to work together on this, we need to work out some ground rules because we haven't even negotiated payment for the work that we've been doing, and it's been good work. I just want to point that out.
Nero's going to just, while this is going on, just lean closer because he's 7 feet tall. So he's got it.
And the mouse looks over at the professor. It's a symbol of office. Get over here.
Okay.
That's
I
true.
will take a step closer.
So the mouse leans forward. He's hanging on to the Kenku's collar as he does so. Kenku leans forward ever so slightly. We've been hit by a Jack Dangerous raid. Don't tell the boys!
Now we are living in the
Yes!
universe.
So amazing! I love all of
Yeah,
it.
the mouse immediately starts waving his little saber around and goes, don't tell the boys. You can't know.
Who?
If they know... You really are thick, aren't you? He's the fiercest captain ever. Don't you know? And sometimes he's in debt to the gods and he goes around and he helps his fellow man and he's the sweetest can be and buy you a drink and you know, speak nice to your sister and all that. And sometimes he's not in debt to the gods. And that's when he goes out and he blows things up and he takes everything he wants. And it seems like we're on that side of the fence this month, so...
Sounds like his character is wildly different depending on what situation he's in, and whoever is playing him doesn't really have a great idea of what his character does and what his motivations are.
This sounds like
Telling you.
someone took over the book halfway through the story.
The man has no motivation. Well, they say the gods talk to him and he just does what they say, but the boys can't know because if they know, they'll all just abandon ship and run away, and we can't have that because we've got some booty on board that needs to make it off board, and you can get off too if you want, but you need to keep your trap shut. Okay? Now, our captain is fair, so don't worry about that. We won't just, pitch you off like we would normally. Don't worry about that. But I need you all to make sure that when you're asked a question, you answer honestly, because we'll know if you don't. Okay?
Date.
Okay. So now, I want everyone to stand there like good lads and whatever the rest of you are. And miss, I guess. And all right. Okay. Just look nice. All right. So the Kenku kind of backs up, and the mouse sort of leans back, pulls himself up by the collar, by the Kenku's collar. So he's now standing upright again. And he does his projection voice now, so that everyone on the boat can hear him. Like, okay, lads, I think we're stable now. You know what time it is. We all need to come together and do this proper. New lads and things included. All right. The rest of the crew comes out from where they are, and they sort of gather around. And you don't really feel like you're encircled, but you're kind of encircled by the rest of the crew. And we're talking maybe a dozen other guys in various stages of piratification. Some have been on the boat longer than others, and you can tell. But you don't necessarily feel threatened, but you are definitely the new lads, and whatever else the rest of you are.
And whatever else.
That's according to the mouse, man. I know. Okay, so the mouse says, now y'all stand there. Be right back. Captain, gotta get this done. Don't move. So the Kenku goes back into the little door, and you're left standing with this sort of motley crew of pirates surrounding you. What would you like to do?
I'm somewhat tempted to immediately say, it's Jack Dangerous, guys. But I won't.
So, hi, folks. I'm the professor, Professor Henry Walton, in case anybody was curious. Should we go around and say our names and some sort of like fun fact about ourselves so that we can get to know each other better?
They don't seem to be particularly keen on that game.
Alright, I'll start. My name's Professor Henry Walton. I am a professor. My wife left me. And yeah. Who's next?
I was wondering when that would come out.
I was waiting for it.
Apparently it's a fun fact.
It is very fun fact. This is the funnest of facts. So there's a little grumbling from some of the smaller clusters of the crew, like 2 or 3 guys, kind of close to the door, the captain's door, are having a fairly private conversation and shooting kind of daggered looks at the rest of you. They don't appear to be terribly friendly. And one of them looks like he's going to open his mouth and say something. But at that moment, the captain's door opens again. Out comes the Kenku and the mouse, of course. And a third person. I have a picture of them as well. I'll throw up. As soon as I find it. There we go.
Oh,
That's cool. Captain.
Patrick McGee.
As Captain. Captain comes out, and definitely female, but a very tall, broadly built woman in mostly leather. She doesn't have the, she's not dressed like a stereotypical captain. It looks like all of the pirate gear went to the mouse. She does have 2 hatchets that hang from her belt, one on either side, as well as a few other small daggers and what looks like to be a hand crossbow hanging from one side. But just pretty general leather armor over linen clothes. She definitely dresses down for the occasion. She's got a big smile on her face and strides up in massive boots and just kind of walks past the mouse, who is quiet for once, and the Kenku, who is as impassive as ever. The captain approaches you guys specifically. Says, I understand you all just appeared out of nowhere. That's some trick.
Well, it's not the first time we've done this, Captain.
You make a habit of being stowaways, or
No, appearing places randomly. We don't know how we got here either.
This happens a lot.
doesn't
Not really
matter.
surprised anymore.
Yeah, you might want to get used to this. I mean,
We'll
there's a chance that we
probably
might
be
just
gone.
disappear sometime, yeah.
Okay. She kind of laughs to herself. Well, since that seems to be the case, we are left little choice but to include you in our little ritual here. My name
Do
is
we
Captain
get-
Tuesday. Go ahead.
Do we get a chance to opt out of this ritual?
You can. Absolutely, you can. Is that what you'd like to do?
I mean, I'd like to hear what it is first.
Ah, well, that would be a smart line, wouldn't it? She kind of laughs to herself. Formal introductions first, of course. We're not savages. You understand. Captain Tuesday. She points to herself. She points to the Kenku. This is No Tongue. And she points to the mouse. And that's Hux the Howler.
All right, so what are your
There's
fun
one
facts?
Oh, Professor, please.
Fun fact, this is my boat. Well, she was. Until she got a pounding taken out of her. Unfortunately, the Camilla Moon is no more, boys. We are going to have to abandon ship. And there's a general chorus of dismay from the gathered pirates. Now, we don't judge here. I'm going to assume, since we found no bodies, that you lot haven't killed the men that you replaced. Otherwise, this would go very differently for you. And since today has been a day of weird auspices, and it looks like the goddess herself is bearing down on us at the moment, we won't worry about it. We have a tradition. When we abandon ship, we have limited lifeboat space, you understand, and some of it's gotta go to the booty. Clearly. I mean, that's why we're all here, right? So anyone who doesn't have a secured place in a boat has to sing for it, as it were.
Yay!
Can we?
Well, no, the captain kind of sees the dismayed face you are making. Not literally.
No.
I myself didn't carry a tune in a bucket.
The two weirdos were
Oh,
like,
thank
shit,
God.
that would really work.
You have to convince the crew that you're folks worthy to be taken aboard a lifeboat and not left behind.
How many spots do we have? How many people have to sing?
Well, I'm gonna make an executive decision here, seeing as it's my ship and all. There are some of these lads that would prefer y'all to stay behind, and we just take us and the booty and leave you to rot, since we don't know you very well and all. But you did try and help, and in my view, that means you're entitled to a chance at least. So, you'll each have a chance to make a statement. This is your chance, lads, and the rest, to really impress the crew.
Oh God.
And if you do so, you'll win a spot on one of the lifeboats. If you don't, well, then we give your place to some booty and we call it good. Yeah? And the surrounding crew seems to enjoy this idea of giving lifeboat space to the treasure as opposed to you guys.
They would. Jerks.
Now, how does that grab you?
Seems fair to me.
How do words grab people?
Now, I'll give you a minute to compose yourselves. But there's one thing I have to do before. So, new lads and the others, come with me. There's something we need to do first. So she kind of like turns around to head back into the captain's quarter and sort of beckons you over her shoulder. And Howler, the mouse, starts off right away. You heard her! Move your arses, let's go! Get down there! We got time to spare! Love of the gods! Just like does them as a beat, like on you guys, like white on rice. Let's go!
Nero's already following.
Okay, let's go.
So you go down to the captain's cabin, which is actually pretty well appointed. Looks really nice. There are chests upon chests upon chests of valuables stacked up along one wall. Wherever these guys have been heading out, they have been stocking up. There's weapons, there's gems, there's coins. You can't really get close enough from the doorway to see them clearly, but you can definitely tell generally what they are. The chests aren't super large. There's just quite a few of them, and the armors and weaponry are pretty easy to see. Some of them are more functional than they are ceremonial. Others look finely crafted and worth quite a bit. Yeah, Ace's spider senses are definitely going off in this room.
Hey, spade, no, spade, no.
Yeah, there's so much loot in here. So much loot, and it's all so shiny. So the captain kind of calls you over to her desk, which is just a large table. There are maps that are kind of stacked up haphazardly on one side. She apparently has decided they're of no use to her at the moment. Can you be heard? I don't know, say something, Ina.
Just know that Sinton said my mic was quiet. I didn't know if you guys could hear me properly with this microphone.
Oh, I can hear you.
You're pretty quiet, but I can make it out.
You get drowned out when everyone else is talking.
Okay. I mean, I'm not my normal mic, that's why. I can change if it's an issue, but it's not really that bad.
No, if we're talking on top of you, just say something in chat. Because that happens with everybody. It doesn't matter how good your mic is. Yeah. Pick us if we're not hearing you. And we will stop. You have to call me Captain Harry, though, or I won't.
Aye, Captain Harry.
So yeah, Captain Tuesday sits down at her table, pulls out parchment and quill and pen. It's like, I need your names in case you die. It's a thing. So then she points. She points at Clicky first. You
big mistake,
sir. Can I have your name? And the mouse and the captain and the king all kind of look at each other, and even the mouse shrugs. Like, I got nothing.
Call him Clicky.
Clicky. All right. What about you then, scaly one?
I am Nero. I've died twice already. What's a third?
All right.
That's his full name. Just put hyphens between all of it.
You're beautifully writing all of this down. He comes from a world of no tongue and Hux the Howler, so this is not that odd. Fine. Yeah, she points at Finch. You young lad.
Buccaneer Finch.
We lose our Finch.
No, Finch exploded.
Finch is actually still below cabin drowning.
Yeah, probably. Floating down there.
We just left him to die.
Hello?
Oh no.
Technical difficulties.
Did you die, Finch?
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back to our regularly scheduled programming.
May or may not have Finch with us.
Okay. We'll skip Finch for the moment, and we'll move on to Point of the professor.
Hello.
Oh, wait, there's
Hey!
Hey!
He's alive.
His name's Hello.
Hello. I'm Brother Finch from the Vikan Monastery in Kinnaden. One question.
Huh?
You said that this was a tradition or like a ceremony. So this has happened multiple times?
Uh-huh. She's just writing your name down. Doesn't even look up.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is the fifth Camilla Moon I've had personally. And the mouse and Kenku are standing outside the mouse and just nodding his head. Like they're completely nonplussed about the whole thing. Like, well, yeah. There's a dangerous life out here, boy.
Yeah, who ever want to be a pirate?
I want to be a pirate.
So, but she
Okay,
looks
well-
up and she dresses fishing, and she looks fairly kindly at him, you know. She's like, but don't you worry, lad. We'll make it back on shore. We'll get back to Freyhaven. We'll kit up with a new ship, and it'll all be fine. And you can get on with the crew and do whatever it is you do.
Freyhaven?
Uh-huh.
What continent / plane of existence is this on?
Now you're getting odd looks.
Look, this happens a lot.
I'd say you should go see the doc, but I think he got eaten. And Howler's like, yeah, he got eaten. He got ate yesterday. I haven't found a replacement.
Hold on.
yet.
By who?
Oh, he got ate by a
Twinki takes
deer.
a step back.
Like my
All three of them
companions.
are just nodding. I guess
Like-
only got ate by a deer.
Like my companion said, this happens regularly.
If you could just name the country, continent, that would be helpful.
I mean, Freyhaven is Freyhaven. Never been. There's no. It just is.
Gotcha.
Seems to be a microplane then.
Yeah, let's just go with that theory for now.
Captain just shakes her head. Strange lot. All right, who's next?
Professor
Crow friend.
Henry Walton.
Oh, okay, Professor. Walton. Where do you teach, Professor?
It's been a while. I don't actually remember.
Bahana.
No, that was in character. Also out of character, but still.
Oh, Captain is pretty cool. That's like, you know what? Don't want to give your story. That's absolutely fine. Man's entitled to his secrets. Never let me tell you otherwise. So she's just writing this.
If you want to know my
down.
secrets, I will talk your ear off. Did I tell you about my dead wife?
Don't talk. No. That's actually not the worst thing you could have said.
Okay.
I thought your wife left you.
Yeah, partially because of my erectile dysfunction.
There we go.
I'd have you back, Professor.
Good to be back, Spades.
All right, the little gray fella.
Don't ask him how to spell it. He doesn't know.
Not that neither, so that's fine. Your crow friend. Your crow friend speak?
Yeah, well, Plinker will start to make the sound of a rainstorm with his mouth. And it'll slowly build, the rain coming down harder and harder. Eventually, sounds of lightning and thunder. And then through it all, suddenly the sounds of these two cats going at it loudly. Oh, fierce.
We call
He's
it.
trying to make it as dramatic as possible. He's trying to really sell himself and show how impressive he is. And he finishes like on one near with his arm thrust out as these cats are, screeching.
Just put him down as Plinker. Just don't ask questions.
Biscuit just gives her name. No, like I'm not with these people.
Just a list of names, or is there like fine print somewhere on there?
Oh no! This is for insurance purposes. You understand? Like if we lose you, I have to account for you, or the sanctuary would never forgive me. It's a thing. The sanctuary.
Again,
Yes,
not
yes,
local.
yes, I agree. Yes, totally.
Okay. Now she's looking at you funny. Don't know Freyhaven, don't know the sanctuary. Okay then.
Look, we just poofed in from nowhere. Is this really that weird by comparison?
No, we were in nowhere before we were the place that we
Right.
were.
Before.
You're right, Dennis. Like we were everywhere, and then we. Okay.
Yeah,
There.
Right.
we were everywhere and
Right.
nowhere. Got it.
It's where I live. Well, lived.
So as you guys, as the captain finishes her list of names for the sanctuary, the door busts open and 3 of the other crew come in, and one of them bellows for everyone to hit the deck. So I need everyone to make a deck save quick. Real quick.
Oh, come on, you. I feel targeted.
It's one of the big saves, and you have a negative.
Oh, come on.
Nick is good at anything. He's good at hitting the ground.
That's fair.
Yeah, since you were warned, you all do have advantage. So don't worry about that. So you all hit the deck, including No Tongue, Howler, and the captain. As the side of the captain's cabin opens up to the open sea, and in comes the mouth of this creature here. Let me find it, because I'm a professional.
You're so professional.
I am. I'm the most professional. There
Lightning
you go.
monster.
That's
Rawr.
fine.
Ah.
That's fine. Everything's
He's cute.
fine.
Can we tame him? I want him as a pet.
So this massive maw comes swimming in, basically, from the side of the ship where he's now torn himself a hole, and lightning comes shooting past all of you, which misses you guys, but does happen to catch one of the crew as they came in the door, and he's gone. He's just disintegrated. He's ash. The captain says, I got this, y'all. Get out, get to the main deck. I got this. She pulls the hatches from her side and just goes ham on this creature. She jumps on its head and starts putting her hatches deep into the sides of its skull. So the crow.
Does this mean there's another guaranteed spot on the lifeboat, or?
Let's go
Maybe.
and find out later.
Dennis might be in love.
Yeah, it's a very Denisec move. Just rah! She leaps onto its head and digs her hatchets into it, while the Kenku and of course Howler is now going at full volume. You heard the captain? Move your arses, let's go! And is like trying to corral you outside.
I'll give the captain a bardic inspiration as I leave.
Okay.
That'll do it. Yeah.
So now you guys are on top of the deck. The ship is beginning to noticeably list to one side, the side that the lightning monster Rar popped through. So you are taking on water. With the door shut, you can't quite see what's going on with the captain, but there are some heroic fighting noises going on in the background. A lot of "have at ya!" No, I didn't say you could leave. And yeah, so she's apparently alive enough to still be talking. But now the Kenku and Howler are addressing the crew. Like, all right, captain's taking care of the Bahir. Why that same bastard from yesterday? And I bet it is, but it's that same bastard. Yep. The mouse says to no one in particular. So, we need to get on those boats and get out of here while she's got it, busy, so it doesn't, eat the rest of us. So, limited amount of time. Sing for your spot. Here we go. He points to Clicky first. You thing, bug, you go. Yes. Tell us why you deserve a place on the boat.
Clicky being Clicky literally starts singing for his spot.
Oh boy.
Alright, I gotta make a roll. Hang on.
What does Clicky singing sound like?
Probably something like locusts or crickets, like happily chirping and not as what should I say, as grating as Blinker.
Grading?
Yeah.
Lend to me.
You know he's DMing next week, right?
Introduce another character for you.
Tell me I'm wrong. The singing is more complimenting the harp he plays. Chirps and clicks and whistles.
Okay.
What is it? You know, you're in the south, maybe not the south, really anywhere. There's like big open fields, the sun setting, and there's just like happy bug sounds going on, but with happy harp music to complement it. It's
Sounds
peaceful
nice.
and soothing.
So Clicky gives his performance, and there's a smattering of applause from the crew. You know, polite applause.
Polite.
Very polite pirate applause.
They're all just sitting there. Oh yes, very nice. Golf clap, golf clap.
Yes, and they are.
Yeah,
They're
good, quiet.
talking to
Quiet,
each other. Yes. I was like, okay. Not what we're used to, but well done. Okay. Little gray guy. Your turn. Why should we let you on our boat?
Do I have to sing?
You don't have to sing. You're just supposed to give a speech.
That's not any better. I have dice. Do we have time to play a game? I have stealth. I have. Okay, he's just gonna start singing, and it's probably the worst thing ever. Yep. Right.
And surprisingly, it's not the worst thing ever.
And then at the very end, he just hawks a loogie.
That gets some definite applause from the crowd. They appreciate the loogie.
Thank you.
They appreciate the dice nodding amongst themselves. Yeah, that was okay. Yeah.
This speaks their language.
Very much
By-
so. They were highly impressed.
Speaks their language by accident.
So the mouse hanging on to No Tongue's collar as the ship kind of continues to list to the side. All right. The kid, he points to Finch. Why should you deserve a place on our boat? Did we lose Finch again?
I think can't hear you, Sid.
I kind of imagine he's just gonna teleport all over.
Okay, Finch is going to restart, so we'll skip Finch for now, and we will go to the professor. Egghead!
Professor takes a second, steps up, clears his throat. Yo, I understand you, I must confess, but let me tell you why you don't pass on the Professor. You irate pirates might treat me poorly, but I'm the best privateer here, surely. What have I got? Where do I begin? I can navigate your boat with a gust of wind and send you all to a wonderfully grave when I summon up a big old tidal wave. How did I know that this rhyme would suit you? Because I can see into the future.
Take my mic off so I could die.
That was perfect.
That should just be an
My
automatic
lord.
pass.
Yeah, that gets some rousing applause from the crowd. Even Howler Hawks is like, yeah, okay, yeah.
All right.
All right.
The Professor
Yeah,
looks
that-
back at the rest of his team and says, "This was the weirdest vision I've ever had, but okay."
So Hux points at Nero. Scaly one. Let's see what you can do with that. Follow that up. Let me tell you.
I'm not a performer, but I am in service to the gyre, which gives me a lot of control over weather and storms, and I've already died twice, so pretty useful.
The crowd kind of, you can hear them sort of like, oh, died twice. That's very impressive.
Died twice. Nero gets the name thrice lived.
Yeah. So they kind of comment amongst themselves. And then Hux points to Plinker. All right, Crow. Let's hear it.
Blinker considers singing his name for them again, since they seem to be calling him Blinker or Crow. But he thinks better. I'm gonna use this. Let's see.
Ooh.
So he like dons this mantle of purple mist and sort of looms taller and becomes very impressive. His eyes glow purple, and he ends his performance by hawking a loogie over the side. Since that like a hit with this crowd.
So he's reading the room.
Yeah.
And let's get some general applause. Like, oh yeah, that's good. Yeah. Is Finch back with us?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey!
Okay. Cool. So don't judge me. So Finch once again also thinks that he has to sing, because I mean that's what we have been doing.
Nero didn't.
Most of us.
Well, I
have.
mean Nero is Nero. He's
Yeah.
cool. So I'm gonna sing. Sailing seas by moonlight, scrubbing decks by daylight. We must get away from this fight. This boat is named Camilla Moon. We will never turn our back on our friends. We will always be there to defend. You are the ones whom I depend. We are all just sailors.
I hope you remember this
Okay.
is a public video, right?
Yes. With my name not attached to this.
I am so fine with everything that just happened.
This is Sailor Moon parody.
All right. So yeah, after there's this general applause of the crew, which they seem to have not bad. And
One of the pirates pops up from the back. Oh, I love that show.
and so Howler Hux points at Iskin last. Says, "What about you, last? What do you have to say for yourself?" And Iskin kind of leans on her bow. I'm a girl.
That's a mic drop right
Rousing
there.
applause from the pirate crew. Like that's true.
Click
That's very true.
What Clicky?
Mic drop.
That she was a girl. Clicky thought she was a boy. So. Damn it.
Straight up mic drop by Iskin.
So after everyone's had their say,
I assume this means I can just get on the boat, right? Okay, thanks.
Oh, sorry, Asa. Sorry.
No,
You're
no,
not on
I'll
my
just get on
list.
the boat. This is all good.
No. Why are you not on? Oh, that's right. We're helping Iskin. Okay, your go. The dark
Oh,
one.
Fuck. Completely unprepared because he assumed he was just getting on the boat.
No.
They
He's
look
too
at him, he's already
stealthy.
Yeah, let's go with that.
They look at him. He's already got 1 foot in the boat.
One.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I can heal, I can break into places, and I can sink a boat from 120 feet away. So, there's that. And I'll just
What do you
launch
think
one of
you're
those off over
flaming?
the sea. Just sending it over the water. I'm not lighting it.
Okay. Okay. Don't set anything on fire.
Just demonstrating because, don't know he's an Iyith.
Ooh. There's some discussion among the pirates on that one. There's some applause, but more discussion on that one. Okay. So now, have I missed anybody? No. That was Asa's last one. Okay. So now the pirates huddle up, and Hux calls them over, and it is a legit huddle. They're like all kind of gathered around, and while they're doing this, the boat is rocking. It's almost to the point where it has capsized. It is leaning so heavily to the left. You don't hear any more sounds from the captain, but nobody seems to be terribly concerned right now. So they're discussing. They're like, okay. So they break up, and Howler says, "All right, so we decided you can all come. But in order to earn your place on the boat beyond what you've done, which was amazing, we appreciate, we were highly entertained in our last moments here on Iyith, is to go down into the captain's cabin and get the loot because we forgot to do that before before it started to flood, and we need that. So I mean, you can
I got that. I'll do that.
you can, go down there and captain's cabin. Get that. We'll get the other stuff, the stuff that's up here. We'll get that. If you can go get the stuff down there and bring it to the lifeboats, then you can totally have a lifeboat.
How do we know you're not going to just take the lifeboats and leave us here?
Because I can burn them from 200 feet away.
Yeah, and Howler,
Just sink the loot. Then we don't have anything to take home.
just adjusts his jacket. He's like, how dare ye? We'd never do such a thing. The captain wouldn't have it. That's for one.
Really? Really? Yeah, really. They never would. Let's go, guys.
Really? Yeah, really.
So they all scramble off, go get the upstairs loot. You all have to go get the captain's cabin loot.
I was
All right,
gonna say,
guys.
you have the 1 feat that lets me know if they're lying, like kind of telling a half truth, or they're being honest.
You can do an insight check on him if you want to.
Sorry, I'm having trouble scrolling with my left hand.
Twinki.
I'm drinking and eating foods. Too busy picking my nose.
Hux doesn't seem the kind to lie. Like he seemed genuinely offended, but he always seems genuinely offended. He definitely has small man syndrome, where he feels like he always needs to prove himself. So he did seem legitimately offended at the idea that he would try and backstab any of you.
Especially considering we're gonna be the ones who have the loot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hide the lantern with a dead mouse in it, just in case.
Okay.
Guys,
You all
let's
go down
go
to the cabin.
handle all the loot.
Okay.
Hey, Spades, how much can you fit in your pockets?
Oh, a lot. A lot.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Let's do this.
Nero is going to be prepared to go on the attack should that thing still be there.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, guys, let me try a thing if it's still there. I might be able to get it to fuck off.
All right. Who's gonna try the door?
I'll try the door. Is it
All right, roll a
openable?
strength. You have to roll a strength check.
Oh boy, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, not with that. It's not.
Someone else.
Yeah. It might take 2 or 3 of you guys.
Instead of like being the tag along that he always is with Asa and Nero, he's also going to try a strength check.
Okay.
Yay. No, he didn't do it because he was
Question.
my like.
What is
Yes.
the door made of?
Wood.
I was about to say, why don't we just start like beating it with our weapons?
Yeah, does the door look particularly stable?
No, it actually does not look particularly stable.
Guys, clear out. I've got something for this.
Don't light it on fire. The whole
I'm
ship
not
is
gonna light it
fire.
on fire.
Okay, good. And I'll step out of the way.
Oh shoot, this didn't work.
That broke. That
It's
broke
working.
more. What is it?
The professor's
It's shattered.
broken. Okay.
Oh, you're shattering the door?
That'll do it, I hope.
Professor's broken. Please nerf.
Please nerve. So the professor shatters the door, which also alerts the entire crew, given the noise. The door shatters, and all the water that was being held back by the door comes flooding onto the deck. So everyone make a deck save, please.
We're good at this, guys. Oh, you're fine. Bye.
Perfect.
See you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Nowhere.
Yes, deck saving throw, please. I'm not too
For some
busy.
reason, I don't know why.
Too busy laughing at you guys. All right, so Professor and Plinker, you are washed off the side of the boat.
What?
Since
Plinker?
It has
Oh,
Plinker.
I misread my throat. Whoops.
Boom! This door opens. Look at that, guys.
Yep, whoosh, here it comes. So the Professor and Plinker get knocked off into the water. Since the boat is listing so heavily to that side, they just lose their footing and they go. The rest of you are able to stay on your feet. But yeah, you still need to go inside and retrieve any treasure that's there.
Yeah, someone else go handle those two. Let's go get treasure. Okay, bye. And into the room.
All right.
So, how far away are Plinker and the Professor right now?
Well, they just went off the side, but since the boat has been listening to that side for so long, they're within 30 feet of you. It just
Okay.
it's whether or not they can swim.
Well,
Plinker cannot.
Murder bird,
Blinker
murder bird,
can
come
now
to me,
walk on
come to me,
water.
murder bird.
Well, that's a really convenient spell.
Blinker, if he's underwater, is now shooting towards the water surface, and he can walk on it.
Okay.
Oh, actually,
Can
no.
you just
the
cast-
best- Actually, everybody can. Everybody is now walking on water.
We're supposed to be diving beneath the water. Does this prevent us from doing that?
I think the room just emptied to a degree.
Yeah, I think you can actually dive underneath if you
Yeah,
want.
it just grants the ability. It doesn't say.
Yeah. So the Professor and Blinker are now walking on the water, and everyone else has the ability to walk on the water.
Okay.
Good trick. The professor certainly made himself useful now.
What? That was me.
You know,
Yeah, y'all look alike. So
I think he doesn't understand the difference.
that's fine. All right, Professor, what are you doing? All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, so the rest of you are able to go down into the cabin, which is rapidly taking on water. There's no sign of the captain or the lightning monster Rar that she was fighting. The loot has now begun to float throughout the cabin, and some of it has even escaped into the larger sea. Not much, because they're pretty heavy. But a lot of the lighter sacks have started to float out that direction. You can still put your hands on about half dozen chests.
Are any of the sacks floating away happen to be within 30 feet? Just throwing that out there.
You could probably get 2 or 3 that were within 10
Yoink.
feet. The rest have to go out further. Okay.
These are going directly into the pockets because they'd be lost even if we weren't here, so they might as well be mine.
Okay. So you ended up getting 2 small sacks out of the water itself is, I mean, it's only a couple feet deep here now that it's been released. So we're talking probably about your nose at a sec. I know. I know.
Then it's like you're walking on top of the water, so it's fine.
But yeah, you can walk on top whenever you feel like it.
I don't know. Well, is that like common knowledge? Is it just like, yeah, I can do this now? Because he would still probably be crawling on it. He's not fond of it.
Well, well, considering like if you're submerged, it automatically carries you to the surface, then it'd probably be pretty obvious.
I think you would figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you can get your hands on a couple of the chests that are left. A half dozen chests that are left, stacked along that wall to the side. All the other furniture is pretty much floating away at the side of the hole that the light monster made.
Well, if it's like floating out, Finch will Naruto run across the water to pick it up.
I love Finch.
And grabs a chest. Yes.
Yeah. We'll
Okay.
just start. We'll start pulling these mimics back to the people.
So you guys haul these chests back out into the main deck where the professor and I assume Plinker now are.
Yep.
Having used the water steps, the water escalator made by the professor. And the rest of the crew has now come from the various holds and sort of boat holes within the ship. And the storm that you guys have been watching gather is now significantly closer.
Ooh.
As the rest of the crew scrambles to get the lifeboats and bring them around, the voices that you heard on the wind before get louder and closer, and the storm begins to close in, the clouds begin to roll in, and that cacophony of distinctively female voices, sometimes rising into almost shrieks, are brought in by the wind. The rest of the pirates are freaked out and really want to get off this boat as soon as possible. Only Howler Hux has the presence of mind to ask if you all saw the captain.
No.
Ignore us walking across the water, please.
He doesn't seem to pay much mind to that.
No, I haven't seen him. Seen her.
No, Captain?
No. She's fine though, right? She right?
Probably. She's probably fine. Yeah, she's probably fine. He looks concerned.
Anyway.
Yes, levitate himself everywhere. Alright, so now that you all are back and all the loot has been brought into this tiny area here on the deck, the only thing that's left upright anymore. Like, alright, everybody, get to your boats. You guys can have that boat right there. And Howler Hux points to the shabbiest looking lifeboat you've ever seen in your life. It's definitely too small for all of you.
Can you describe this lifeboat a bit more? Like, does it have paddle sail, like miniature sails or something? Or
It's a paddle boat. It's oars. It's a 2-oar rowboat basically. is
I
all
think
it is.
Nero is Disney princessing our lifeboat.
Nero is get out of that lifeboat.
Oh, it's you can only do 1 foot.
I mean, I could just.
Keep
Oh,
doing
casting times a minute. Damn it. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. You'd have to stand there.
So it might be useful to do that once we get going.
Yeah. Once we do that. So once we get on the boat, as we're going, Nero's going to just be focusing on mending the entire thing.
For now, though, we don't all apparently.
Yeah, especially given Clicky's size, there is no way you're all gonna fit into this one rowboat.
But
No way.
it was nice knowing you. We
Oh, is that Nina? Yeah, yeah.
side the boat because all things considered.
Are there still like other ships out there?
Yeah, the ones that are fighting are still off to the side fighting, but they're in the opposite direction. You guys are listening to the right, and the battle's on the left-hand side.
About how far away?
Oh,
We
very far away.
don't
Oh, man.
have the ability to walk on water.
I don't think
Yes,
that lasts long enough.
It
Yeah, I
was
was
an hour.
I was gonna say like Asa and I go over there. We steal one of the lifeboats from one of the other ships and bring it back.
Not really far.
But yeah,
And by the way,
I know.
Clicky is earning his spot on the boat as well.
aww.
Twice the work.
You mend this terrible, terrible boat that you've been given.
Can you guys? Can any of the rest of you spare the spot for say one giant insect?
Who are you asking?
Just whatever the nearest group of not us is.
One of them actually looks like they're considering it. Like, oh, the bug.
Look at it. You
Right.
can fix holes instantaneously in the bottom of your boat. Super handy.
Nero kind of just mutters
Isn't
under his
magic
breath.
so helpful in
For a
useful?
minute.
Well, yeah. Okay. All right. One of the other crew, you know, his buddies seemed to be against the idea. Like, he did that really good song, though. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, he did a really good song. Okay.
He did a really good song. It's not about the fact that he could fix the boat. It's
Yeah, I did a really
the
good
song.
He did a
All
really
right,
good-
Clicky, get over with them.
Clicky will shrug and
Oh, they don't want to
abandon
ride
his-
with him. Oh, hell no. We'll give you the boat. Like,
Oh.
We don't want to ride with him. He's huge. He'll capsize the boat.
Yeah, he'd probably eat you anyway. All right. We'll take the
So,
boat.
So they'll give you a second boat.
Can we all
That's
fit
nice.
into two boats?
Yes, you'll all be able to fit into two boats. Clicky's mainly obviously the most
Limiting factor.
cumbersome out of all of
Is
you.
how tall is
How about we
Cookie?
just 6 feet, 7 feet?
The Dragonborn?
Well,
The
between the
seven.
two of them.
Yeah.
Clicky still needs 7 feet tall if you count his antenna.
So
How about we
so
put
Ni-
Clicky and the dragon in one boat and everybody else in the other boat?
Yeah, probably.
Sure.
but-
I would recommend one of us go to each since we can mend the boat as we traverse. Therefore, division of
that's-
labor.
It's entirely too reasonable.
The
Who
boat
wants
is-
to ride with the guy who might eat us if we don't find food soon enough?
The rest of the pirates are casting off. They got their loot. They didn't leave you any food or anything.
No. That's
You're
why
just-
I'm very hesitant to be in Clicky's boat.
What's the matter with Clicky's boat?
In a boat.
I can handle the food if it gets to be an issue.
Yeah,
I'll
but
be
you're
in
gonna
it.
be on the other boat.
I'll be in Nero's boat. Okay, thanks. Climb in.
Also me.
Coming in a sec.
Yep.
Hey, thanks, bye. Nero's boat sets off, slowly repairing itself.
Yeah, you guys didn't. The only loot that you guys managed to get off with was the 2 bags that Asa picked up. The actual.
And I am
chest.
definitely sharing those. No.
Oh, we didn't grab any of those, or they took them on theirs.
The chests were taken by the rest of the pirates, yeah. But you did get those 2 pouches that Asa has, so.
Joke's on them. I can take control of this lightning storm.
Don't.
Not that I will.
Asa suddenly looks like both boats are a terrible idea.
I can summon the tidal wave to make us go faster.
No!
So you guys managed to take off. The other lifeboats are also taking off. They don't seem to be going in the same direction that you're going, though. You guys are all on the left, they're all on the right. And that seems to be the direction they're going. Most likely to try and rendezvous with some of the other boats. You guys seem to be going to the left. Do a perception check.
All of us?
Hey!
Yay!
And I'm looking at my loot.
I am also looking at your loot.
Nero, Nero and Clicky, and then a sec. There is land. You can barely spy off to the left in the direction that you're going.
Nero's just gonna
And
point.
the storm
Nero-
actually seems to be worse behind you.
Let's go there.
Nero's just gonna point to the land and be like, "Go that way," and then go back to mending the boat.
I was gonna say, Denisic's probably on the rudder, trying to steer it.
Yep,
Yes.
land ho.
Yeah,
Does
Nero's
anyone know
gonna-
how to row a boat?
I was gonna say, do we
Nope.
have-
I was just about to say, Clicky will start using his thing to. Oh, well, he's got. Well, no, this isn't like a surfboard. It'd be harder to work. So no, that wouldn't work for Clicky.
Can I basically use shape water to make a ramp for us constantly, so that we're constantly falling downwards in the direction that we want to go?
Well, eventually, won't you get to?
Well,
deep,
like
though?
basically, the back end of it will be elevated so that it will constantly be propelled forward.
So I feel like he could probably do something like making kind of like a roller coaster type effect where we will go up, but the whole point is I don't know. Why not just use shape water to just push us?
I don't know if I guess I could do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
That boat's gonna be the most
Cool.
seasick boat. Push stop, push stop, push stop.
the drugged up submarine trip? I think this probably is okay.
I think you'll be fine. It does say you can shape and animate water, so you could.
And you can change the flow of water for 5 feet. So
Cool.
Yeah,
No,
so
worries.
I
just,
think.
uh,
I think Clicky
ahead.
will just use his weapon as best he can as a paddle.
he does
Yeah.
have 4 arms worth.
The only 2 of them are really good for paddling.
And like I said, Nero's going to be focused on fixing the boat and by the time it hits land, it's gonna be like brand new, as if it was just made.
Pristine boat. I've got nothing. I'm from a landlocked ward. Assuming that's what they're surrounded by, I've got no idea.
Should I make a improvised paddle the boat check?
I would like you to make a strength check. Yes. Look at you
Best.
going. Well, you're going fast. I hope you're going in, a straight line, but you're going fast. That's for sure.
As long as we
Thankfully,
get the
you're going
island
from
at some point.
community. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you're going away from the battle and towards land.
We're
So
just going around in circles because he only is paddling on one side.
you gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. I wanna go fast.
Gotta go fast. So you guys keep trucking along. You're getting away from sort of the scene of the carnage, and the storm where it seems to be concentrated. And you get some ways away. You can't even see the Camellia Moon anymore. It's pretty much sunk at this point. You can just see the bare top of the crow's nest. It is done for. But over the sound of the wind and the waves comes one last, nearly inhuman shriek. And you swear the sky above you goes black for a moment as the waves swell and completely topple your boats. In one mighty crash. One moment everything is fine, and the next all you remember is that feeling of breathlessness and the sea closing in and losing sight. of
Except, has
everyone
it
around
been an
Yeah.
hour? Because we might just pop right back up.
Yeah, it's been an hour.
Okay.
Okay.
I was about to say, like, I feel like for story purposes, it'll be an hour.
Yeah, it's been an hour. You guys are dragged down to the bottom of the sea with SpongeBob.
Oh no, 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 no. Nero will die for a third time.
You guys awake on the rocky beaches of this place, whatever this place is. And now I want everyone. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if there's not a Captain Jack Sparrow asking where the rum went, I'll be very disappointed.
Captain Jack Dangerous, you mean?
Oh, the wrong Captain Jack Dangerous, yes.
Where did the rum go?
Everyone, as you wake up, take a look around. It seems that all your compatriots have also washed up ashore here. And I want everyone, we're going to go around in a circle, and you will describe your beach attire.
Oh my god.
I don't think you want this. I don't think you want this.
No, I want this to be as there are 0 rules here. We are completely leaving the what is plausible into what you imagine your character would wear on the beach.
Blocked, by the way.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Oh, give me enough time and I'll animate it.
All right, so let me go down my list so we keep this somewhat together here. So we'll start with the professor. Professor, what is the professor wearing in his preferred beach gear?
So I'd like to think that we have a shot of the professor just lying on the beach and like he's covered with sand from head to toe, and like the waves slowly creep up over him, take off more and more of the sand as this happens, and it's starting to reveal that he's wearing less and less than you expect. Until at the very end, all that he has is basically like a leaf as a modesty patch over his very tubby, very like beer belly body.
Oh
As he
god!
wakes up, looks around, like looks up at the sun, says, "Finally, natural light," and stretches very like immodestly, with a shot right between his legs the entire time.
Ah!
And this leaf
All
will
right.
stick there forever. It is not coming off because physics doesn't apply to this leaf.
That's physics.
No physics. There's a physicsless leaf.
From behind, you can still see everything because there's no leaf there.
That's
No
right.
leaf. He can't bend over. He's gonna stand upright the whole time. So that's the professor. Plinker.
Okay. I found this image.
Oh no.
It's about as ridiculous as I can find. So this is what he's wearing. Only it's not entirely clear if it's an actual suit or if his feathers just got really bushy and discolored in those areas.
Can you describe
fact,
that to future listeners?
He's got like this V of white feathers, starting from his shoulder going down to his crotch on either side, and this like big bush of white feathers around his crotch area. And yeah, there might be a swimsuit lost in there somewhere. It might just be an overgrowth of feathers.
It's the Borat swimsuit for
Yeah.
anybody who
Yes.
doesn't have this in their heads.
It is the Borat swimsuit. Okay. Thank you,
Distressed.
Blinker. Asa.
Since he is a comparatively normal-shaped person, I feel like he would be wearing the most, going against the way it should be. So he's got swim trunks, one of those like Under Armour shirts, and his face down in the sand. At the moment. Seaweed all over him, looking like he's been drowned.
All right. Finch.
We lost it again.
Did we lose Sid?
I told.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, I hear everyone.
He's reloading again.
Okay. We'll move on and
Hello?
Oh,
Hey!
Finch.
Yeah. So Finch wakes up covered in sand. on top of his head are like a pair of like this big audacious purple mask with a snorkel around the side of it. His nose has just like white zinc cream all over it. Everywhere else though on his body is like completely sunburned red. He has a large like animal floaty around his waist and like swim with an additional like arm floaties on the side of it. So yeah, that's him. And this is the first time you've seen him without like a little shawl on. You can see that he has a tattoo of an eye on the back of his back as well.
All right. Denisek.
Being the tiny little man, you don't want to see much of his body because he's old. So he's got one of those like 1920s guys swimsuits on.
I love those.
So it's like that striped swimsuit with the short, with like the arm, like the t-shirt length sleeves and the like short sleeve, like the short thing, but it's all one like outfit. And he's got like a straw hat on his head with the brim and everything like that, pretty wide. So he's looking pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome. All right. Iskin. Excuse me a sec. Sorry, plague.
Tree in a
Iskin
bikini.
would probably... No way. Iskin would probably go like the Blue Lagoon Castaway kind of look, so like cut off shorts and like the leather halter part of her armor, with the rest being cut away, so bare midriff and bare legs. Probably like sexy seaweed in her hair. She's sexy dirty. She's not dirty, she's sexy dirty. And she's already tan, so that's not a concern. She probably lost her shoes somewhere. But yeah, definitely more of a castaway than a bathing suit sort of thing. Since she doesn't know what the beach is. Clicky.
I was going to go with the straw hat.
You can have a straw hat too.
Okay, fine. Clicky, being Clicky, is just naked. Naked with a straw hat.
He's got a straw hat.
He used to wear a loincloth and kind of like a cool shawl thing. Now he's just got a hat.
But he's a bug. Does he don't even have? Okay, I'm not even gonna.
Yeah.
Like, are we going to be embarrassed if we look at him? Is that, or is
You
he just
guys
gonna
might
look-
be. I mean, he's like, all right, whatever. I don't know how you guys feel about like naked bug parts.
Clicky belongs to the French persuasion of beachgoers.
It's true.
It was like Clicky and the Professor have a lot to talk about.
Yeah. We're not ashamed of our bodies.
Apparently not. And then Nero.
Clicky
So-
keeps nutty parts.
So
What was it,
Nero-
Twinkie?
I said Clicky as opposed to the Professor. Clicky keeps his naughty parts on the inside.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead, Nero.
So Nero is wearing a Hawaiian shirt, unbuttoned, nothing underneath it. He's got like swim trunks on, and these swim trunks have little lightning bolts going all down them. They go to just below his knee. Because his tail is always a problem, he has this sash that he has wrapped around where his tail is. So, you know, for modesty's sake. And he's wearing flip-flops. He would be wearing a straw hat, but two people are wearing them, and he's too cool for that. So,
It's like flat and square, so you could definitely have a floppy straw hat.
oh yeah, no, if okay, so he's got a floppy straw hat then, and a surfboard. Don't know where the surfboard came from, but he's got one.
You know how my catchphrase has become, "This isn't the weirdest thing that's ever happened to us"? This has set the new bar.
Finch has
Yeah.
Crocs with socks on. Of course he does. Oh my
And,
gosh.
and Nero, because after dying twice, nothing phases him, is already just kind of lounging, like surfboard in the sand, lounging with his pipe and straw hat, just staring out into the ocean. He's like, "This is life. I'm okay with it."
Pretty
Is this
much,
where
yeah.
we go when we die?
Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here for a bit. It's nice.
It is very
Sunny.
pretty here. It is. And it is. It's gorgeous. You guys seem to be away from the storm. It's white sand beach, the rocks. There seems to be more greenery inland, and as well as some higher peaks further inland. You can kind of see from your vantage point beyond the water. There are other islands in pretty close proximity, and there are ships on the horizon. But you don't see sort of the lightning bug spark of cannon fire or anything, so they're not fighting. These aren't the same ships you saw before. But you can see multiple islands within close proximity with these ships sort of sailing between them. And it's actually very peaceful. It's very quiet. It doesn't appear to be anybody else on the beach but you guys. So you're all just sort of taking stock of one another in your beach attire. The fact that you've all completely changed clothes does not seem strange. Cause any alarm. It just kind of is. And you're okay with that. It's not a big deal. But it is awfully sunny.
All of these people fell from the fucking sky a few weeks ago. Genesec's not worried about anything.
Also, yeah, Nero being scaly, doesn't really have to worry about sunburns. In fact, he's feeling pretty good.
Yeah, right? It's like Nero and Clicky came from a desert. This is legit.
Asa,
Yep,
being the
you
pale
guys-
celestial boy, is now bright red everywhere.
Yeah.
Finch is already sunburned. It's okay.
Professor is getting
he
more and more
pre-sunburned.
sunburned. He doesn't seem to care.
Nero's going to respond to Ace's comment though, and just be like, "Well, considering I keep ending up in new places, I wouldn't make any bets on this being where you go when you die."
This would be a good spot, though. I'm okay with this.
Indeed.
Hey, there was this game we used to play back at the monastery where we'd set up two poles and put a net between them. And we'd have like this inflated sheep bladder, and we'd hit it across to each other.
Like a volley that you would do with like an arrow.
A volley with a ball. You could make a game out of that.
Yeah.
I know, it was really fun.
Yeah, I remember something like that. What was it called? Tennis! It's called tennis.
Why wouldn't you just eat the sheep's bladder?
Well, I mean, because, it had...
It sounds like a waste.
No, it was fun. It was fun. It was just another use for it.
Does anyone have a sheep's
Besides-
bladder?
Well, this is an island. We could probably find one.
Want to grab a sheep's bladder?
I guess they probably
Or
would love
any bladder, really.
Say,
Can I see if
Clicky.
there's a pufferfish?
Say, Clicky. Would you mind teaching me how to use this thing? And Nero's just gonna knock on the surfboard. Because he remembers when he met Clicky, Clicky came in on a surfboard.
Yeah.
All this talk of blood. So, I guess Clicky and Nero are gonna go off into the surf, and
Surf lessons.
Nero's gonna learn how to use this surfboard.
The professor's gonna do yoga on the beach.
That's
Oh
awesome.
God!
Wait, oh god, no!
Oh my lord.
Grab
All
Finch,
right.
cover his eyes, steer him to the
I
other
was saying
side of the
that
beach.
he's interested that he can stretch that way.
Yeah, he can't really.
He likes to think
He's trying to do yoga on the
sophisticated.
beach.
He likes to think he's sophisticated and like all classy doing yoga on the beach, but he's not really doesn't really have any idea what he's doing.
And like falls down and he's like, oh no, just stretching.
Don't worry.
Uh,
Don't leave it open. Ow.
do an athletics. Roll, Professor. I want to see. Oh dear.
No.
Oh dear.
Throw your back out.
It's good. We'll try it. We'll try some yoga. She'll try and mimic what the professor's doing. We'll do athletics. No, we'll do acrobatics.
Was that an option?
Not for
Up to
you.
See, okay, now I'm imagining like the professor starts doing yoga and like throws out his back and starts lying down, be like, "Ow, my back!" And then Iskin also does the exact same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just imitating
Like I
him.
can do that stretch. Yeah. Oh, okay. You'll just wait.
I'm so curious at how she can bend that way.
Okay.
I kind of imagine Finch is just dying if he sees me like this.
I
Like,
can't
he
look
doesn't
away,
know whether
but I
to
have
cringe
to.
or
Well, I can't
stare.
look away, but I have to.
Sheep splatter, Finch. Focus on sheep splatters. Let's go.
So you guys gonna try and find a sheep splatter or a pufferfish?
Or anything that can work as a volleyball.
Quick retcon the fact that like Genesec probably had like a blue pail.
Yes. Yes, you can have a
Please.
blue pail.
Thank you.
You can have a blue pail. You absolutely can have a blue pail.
He
That's
doesn't know what
hilarious.
to do with it. He just knows he has it.
That would be adorable. Perfectly acceptable. So what do you guys want to do? You're on your beach.
We're
Besides
trying to find
yoga.
volleyball.
We're trying to find a volleyball. Somebody roll survival and see if you can find a pufferfish or something that will work.
Fucking die.
Nope. I
used
think
to-
I got stabbed by something poisonous with that.
I was gonna.
There you go.
Obviously, I know what works because I played the game before.
Yes, clearly you can identify the superior pufferfish. So yes,
Like
you
I
find
said-
a balloon fish. It's not a pufferfish because pufferfish has spikes.
I know.
But you find a balloon fish that will work.
Oh,
Nero-
no.
This will work.
With
Totally
my 3 in
work.
survival, I probably tried to use a pufferfish.
Yeah.
You're like, ow, that didn't work at
Ow!
all.
This is such a dumb game!
No, you don't get one of those. Please.
You said
Nah,
never
Are
mind.
we in sunlight?
Yeah.
So he has disadvantage on everything.
I would say so, yeah. I would have disadvantage on, I believe it was like wisdom throws or something like that.
Like perception attack.
Everything.
Everything.
I don't do well, so a could retcon that I like went and hid underneath the trees.
Yeah, there is some shade. There's enough rocks and trees that you can get someplace that's still close and be comfortable. But yeah, it is a
Genesec
sunny
is-
day out.
Genesec is chilling under a palm tree, sipping on some kind of coconut drink that he got from somewhere.
Just got it my time.
And on his head because he doesn't know what to do with it.
Nero and Clicky are surfing. Or,
Mm-hmm.
well, Clicky's teaching Nero how to surf.
And Asa and Finch are trying to get their volleyball together.
Yep.
I am absolutely in favor of the game. I'm absolutely in favor of it. Sin, are you back yet?
Yeah, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'm back.
Okay. Did you get all that?
I think so. I think I know what everyone. What's the professor doing?
Yoga.
He was doing yoga.
And every time he bends over, a fairy dies.
So Plinker is
Qualities
putting some
are-
distance between himself and that as well.
Yeah, Iskin tried to mimic it. Mm. Now they're both on their backs going, ow, my back!
I'm assuming surfing is going to be dex based.
Yeah, I'm
yes.
instructing though, so it's
Yeah, he's got intelligence, but you have to do dex for yours.
Okay, hold on. I got this. Just give me a sec.
that's why I got the +5.
Where did you guys find the surfboards?
I think
Nero
that's-
spawned. Nero spawned with it.
The heck? We'll tell you about it later.
That's not bad for Nero.
Yeah, Nero
No,
did
it's
pretty
really
good.
Not.
He's adapted very well to his beach bum life.
All right, so we got surfing class going on, we got yoga class going on. Sounds like he's got a blue pail on his head. We're stringing up our net. Who wants to play this foreign game, this exotic game of balloon fish volley? That
Sounds
Finch
like a
has-
jolly good time.
I am absolutely in on
Yes.
this.
Very much so.
Yep, I agree. Okay, who are our teams? Divvy up.
I'm sure Dennis.
I'm taking Finch because he knows how to play the game.
I will be on my own team because I believe in myself too much.
Oh,
You should
everybody versus
Summon
Finch.
an unseen servant for your partner.
Okay, so
Drinking a soda and his unseen servant's doing all the work.
pretty much.
Who's this kid teaming up with?
It's gonna probably team up with the professor because she doesn't want him to be alone.
Can you
Okay,
put some
so-
pants on or another leaf or something there, Professor?
I feel like if I try to put something else on, this leaf might fall.
It's gonna be an interesting game.
Dennis
Okay,
offers
so
the pail.
Flicker, what team you want to be on? Team A or Team B?
Who's on team A?
So far, I've got Asen, Fincher on a team, and Iskanen and the Professor on a team.
So yeah, it's gonna be Dennis X, Unseen Servant, and you that have yet to team up with someone.
I'll go with Iskin and the professor, I guess.
This deck doesn't have an unseen servant.
Yeah. Well, you're with us then, Den and Sec. Come on.
Okay.
Alright.
We have potentially
Nero?
2 unseen servants now on our team.
The ball just
Nero
stops
and-
and they.
Nero and Clicky, are you guys gonna do surfboarding? Or you gonna do
Volleyball.
I
could-
guess it depends on Nero.
We could take a break from surfing after the last wave and join in. Nero's gonna join in on Blinker, Iskin, and the professor's team.
Alright, so Clicky, that puts you with Asa, Finch, and Denisec.
Yeah.
Yeah! Alright, I love this. I want everyone. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna roll your choice of athletics or acrobatics. We're gonna total up the rolls, and whoever has the highest roll wins the game.
All right.
Gotcha. Can we have
If we-
advantage if we cheat through use of various spells or
I was gonna say,
Yes.
Okay, you have to tell me what spell you're gonna use. But yeah.
So
okay, so before we start, I'd like to just turn to everybody and be like, okay, so we're playing by university rules, country rules. What are we doing here? Anything goes. I like anything goes.
Blinker nods.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't know.
So Nero's gonna start off with a very, very, very subtle, not really because he's a 7-foot tall dragonborn.
Shameless cheating.
What?
Anything
He's
else?
not doing anything to the ball. He's doing stuff to himself. And it's gonna be considering he's got to use athletics, it's gonna be strength because athletics is strength based. So bull strength Nero. He's going to spike the ball through the...
Everyone's a cheat. Yeah, I know. Asa would keep a mage hand up to just periodically block it right as it tries to go over the net, just like, nah!
I
Twinki was
am
told
going
that
to.
anything goes. We're just going to catch the ball and run it to the other side.
I will levitate horizontally at the level of the nets and move myself up and down in order to block the ball.
Okay. And Blinker's unseen servant.
Yeah.
I think almost everyone's rolling with advantage over time.
Right.
Yeah, I think everyone's got advantage.
Yeah,
All
Finch
right.
is going. Finch
Here
is
we
going
go.
to use all his key points to just,
Of course.
be ridiculously speedy all the time, jumping like twice as high as he normally can.
All right, everybody hit your skill check. 1, 2, 3, go.
Dead! I'm literally dead!
Guilty spellcaster.
Yo,
The most, like, everybody has so many points in Dex. Like,
I
Holy
think
crap.
Plinker wins. Whoever's on Team Plinker.
yeah, so Plinker got a nat 20, Erie got a nat 20, Nero got 19, Professor got a 22.
Go team blatantly cheating spellcasters.
Yeah. I got double crit fails, so I
Asa leaps for the ball and just like goes headfirst into the sand, like an ostrich.
Alright, this is a dumb game.
it hit off of his head, and he ended up in that position, and then thought it was a dumb game.
Obviously.
Oh man.
Yeah, you
What
guys
is
got
that?
stomped.
Yeah.
Nero's gonna give his
Cookie
team
was the
all
best
high
player on the team,
fives.
though.
Nero's gonna give his
Yeah.
team all high fives. He
Okay.
he likes his game. It's a good game.
It is a good game.
Good
We should
game.
do this more
Good
often.
Can someone fix my face?
game.
Can't you do that to yourself?
Fine.
Yeah,
fine.
that was a good game. So as the end of the
That is the only reason I
as
want
the
to do
end
this.
of fish volley ends, and you guys are taking down the net, and everyone's having a good time, and they're joking around and getting stomped and all that. I need everyone to make a perception check real quick at disadvantage,
Because we're
since
busy.
we're all having such a good time.
19?
Woo!
A lot of crit fails.
I did have a 20,
Yeah.
but then it got just changed away.
Give me
All right. Rising from the nearby beach comes the lightning monster Rar from earlier, the one that the captain was fighting.
Ah!
It rears up just beyond the little shoal reef that you guys are on. And he looks pissed. He's got one eye that's been cut out already. He was not a happy camper at all. But now he's found you. Yeah, you don't
Guys.
have any armor. You're all on beach gear.
Guys, should we just run?
We got
That's
magic.
true.
Maybe
So I
he's
want
friendly.
everyone. Now again, this guy is a huge monster. He's a gigantic sea
You call
monster
it
with
monster.
multiple legs.
We hang out with a dinosaur, a short stack, and a bug.
I mean,
Sure.
yeah, but this thing is big.
Yeah, this thing is a monstrous thing.
I
It
guess
is massive, and it does have arms and legs, as noted in its picture.
Guys,
So
it just
coming
wants-
on land may or may not be a thing.
Guys, it just wants to play beach volleyball with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, it's come to take winner, basically. That's what's going on. But I will give you a round. I will give you one round. You can decide whether you want to stay and challenge, or if you want to run deeper into the woods.
I kind of want to fight it. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm down.
Let's fight it.
Okay.
I mean, we're probably.
Do we actually have weapons?
Oh, yeah, that's a
Yes,
good
if
point.
you choose to fight, you will have weapons. You will also
Can
have
we
the
reskin
same.
them all as like sharp umbrellas and shit?
If you wish, absolutely. If you want to have
two
improvised,
kebab skewers.
Kebab skewers.
Nero's got his surfboard.
yep,
Can he be
absolutely.
proficient- Can he be proficient in surfboards?
Well, yes, your weapons and armor can take whatever form you want them to. So if you want them to be improvised
we
beach weapons,
have
they
our armor
certainly
back?
are. You have the same armor stats, so you can look the way you look
Okay.
now and still have the same benefit of your
Wonderful,
armor. Or
got
if
it.
you want to change, you can. Yeah, that's totally up to you. I'm gonna keep my cool seaweed bow.
Seaweed bow, that's great.
Yeah, my seaweed bow. Because yeah, it's gonna stay and fight. She'll fight anything. You give a crap.
All right, guys, let's fight it.
Nero's died so many times that like he's not afraid to die.
Right.
He's just like, it's another day at the beach.
Visca's
Alright.
staying, Clinker will stay too.
We're gonna stay and fight. It'll be great.
We're gonna wait till we get our asses kicked before running into the woods.
Everyone roll initiative.
As long as at the beginning of this combat, Clinker starts pulling out his dulcimer and starts with Miserloo or Miserloo.
Yes. Yes.
Is there a map?
Oh,
or should we
God.
Just roll
Oops.
because we're not gonna be
roll
able to
initiative.
track her.
Just I'll write it down.
Gotcha.
Don't worry about it. But we definitely need that. 1 second. I'm gonna put that in. That.
We're gonna be fine, guys. It's just
Guys,
the year.
This is gonna be so much fun.
Yeah. Do we have our level ups from last session, or are we all level 5?
No.
Gotcha.
No.
Gotcha.
No,
gotcha.
no one leveled up. For those of you who don't know the song, first of all, shame on you.
I'm so mad I can't listen to anything because I'm stuck using my phone.
Second of all, that is the song.
That's the song that
Oh, right, this song.
That should be Plinker's song right there. Oh.
That is Plinker's song, yes, as he charges into battle. He's playing that.
Amazing.
That is the best song ever.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
is one of the most iconic songs of all time.
Yes. It is amazing and I love it. Okay.
Good signs.
Woohoo. I will definitely take that. That's for sure.
Yeah, I love when the Behir is fast.
What's Iskin?
Oh,
No, that's
okay.
me.
Okay.
I'm fast.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. No, the monsters.
I like to imagine that as soon as we decide to fight, like a bunch of indigenous people started playing this in the background.
Why is this
This
thing-
might be the
why-
best battle
Why is this
music
on
of
a
all time.
beach? Like, it shouldn't even be here.
Why are we here? Why is anything here? Just go with it.
It's fun. Okay, we gotta get everybody written down.
I vote after this if we win we have a nighttime beach concert
God.
with a bonfire.
No, like, and then we roast like the Behir like
Yeah.
we do with the hogs. And stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then we have like a limbo party. Limbo, yeah, it's limbo, right? Where you go under the pole.
Exactly.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
his body.
Using its tail.
Yeah.
I feel like Denonsec has a distinct advantage in Limbo.
Yeah, probably. Only like
High in dex and short as fuck.
Yeah.
Wins.
I mean,
Oops,
he's
I didn't
still
mean
an
to do that.
idiot though, so he might like not understand the concept and try to, like, you know.
Erie, I just have to say, best 1 year episode ever.
I don't know what I expected, but this wasn't it.
As soon as well, it was funny because as soon as she's like, "Oh yeah, there's land over there," I was like, "Oh my god, it's the beach episode."
Oh god. Do we all lose a sanity point for seeing the professor and his leaf?
My sanity point back for seeing that.
Alright, here we go. Let's go. Oh, I'm up first. I'm gonna shoot this thing in the face. I haven't shot anything in the face for so long.
Getting twitchy.
I'm getting twitchy.
Oh, the fucking last game.
We'll do that. And then we'll do that. And then, yeah. We'll do that again. Awesome. And then we'll do.
Nero is not
John
going
Wayne.
to do call lightning because the day is way too nice to ruin it with a thunderstorm. Besides, this guy like breathes lightning, so he's probably immune.
All right. That took a big chunk out of the side of our lightning monster roar. Those are some well-placed hits on it.
There was
much pleased with herself.
There was actually a wind explosion on impact and caused like chunks to fly off.
Well, dinner.
Well,
for
it does
later.
have scale. It is scaled, so we are flaying off some scales here. Yeah, that definitely hit. And let me make that adjustment. Okay, Professor, it's your go.
Alright, about how big would you say this thing is? You said it's rather large, but would it be under 500 pounds?
No, this is a huge monstrosity. This would definitely be considered over 500 pounds.
Okay.
Not levitating.
Yep. I think I am going to hit him with this. As I summon up a giant tidal wave on the beach and basically be like, "Stop ruining our day!"
Oh man, I gotta keep hitting replay on this.
Yeah, I know. Like I've been doing the same thing. Every time it ends, I've just been restarting it.
Yeah, he has to make a dex save, DC 15, or to get knocked prone.
Alrighty. Dex save. DC was 15, you said?
Yep.
Okay, he succeeds on that.
Alright.
Half damage. Okay, so half damage?
Indeed. So 9. No, 9. 8.
Alrighty. Anything else?
I'm gonna move away from it, and that's it.
Okay. Alright, Clicky.
Clicky is going to, assuming no one else is up next to it, Clicky's going to suicide bomb the beast. Because that's how he rolls, and cast Thunderwave.
Explosion!
Wait, no, that's thunder damage, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, wait, that's...
But it also does pushback.
Yeah, and we don't know for sure that it's resistant or immune to lightning. Just most likely is.
Yeah, but we'll find out, won't we?
And thunder damage and lightning damage are different.
No!
Tag is broken.
I thought I fixed it. Oh, wait, yeah, that was before it got ported over, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that was.
I'll just do it the old school
I
way.
went through and fixed all your character sheet, by the way.
That's a con save, right?
Yeah. That's
For
a
3 damage.
yeah. That's an absolutely horrible roll. It's just about as bad as it gets.
Okay. It does. Yeah, that would. What's the DC?
Let's find out. I guess it's difficult now. First is my one of my
save.
things.
Your spell save DC.
Oh. Yeah, that's somewhere.
It's on your spell
It's on your
sheet.
spell.
15.
Probably
15. That is a save. Then.
Woo, he takes half damage, doesn't go anywhere.
Takes
1
one more
damage.
Yeah.
1 point.
We got this, you
Hey.
guys.
Every little point helps. Denisek.
Okay. Brandishing my kebab skewers, one in each hand, like a good cook does. Actually, one's probably like a kebab skewer, and the other one's like one of those hot dog things with the prongs at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Because why not? And well, he's going to go slap it with This is the kebab skewer.
Okay.
I don't know how to change the names of things.
That's all right. That's fine.
Did I hit?
No. That is a miss.
Shit. I still get my second attack though, right?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll go with that hot dog.
That is a hit. Yay!
Actually, probably should have been the other way. Kebab skewer on the one thing. Okay, doesn't matter.
Doing damage.
One slicing, one's piercing. It would have been more poignant, whatever.
You're also now nose to belly button with a, gargantuan monstrosity.
Yeah, Cookie's not much better, so you're in good company.
I don't have any movement left, I'm guessing.
No, it would have taken all your movement because you got to cross. Would have had to cross the shoals to get up to melee anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're kind of stuck where you are for the moment.
That's okay.
Everything's gonna be fine.
It's fine. All fine. Fitch.
How big is this thing?
Huge.
Like size wise, like
Huge.
It's
How many
drafting size.
finches wide is it?
How many finches?
like how tall is it?
Well, again, it's considered a huge monstrosity. So we're talking, probably a story and a half tall that you can see, and that's not counting what's below the water still.
Okay, so like 15 feet tall, basically.
Probably, from what you can see. Yeah.
Okay, I remember the lightning breath that happened, and I'm like, shit, and on its head, I will do this.
On its
On
head?
its face.
On its face.
Yes.
Just the face.
Okay.
Joke's on you, its eyes are on its chest.
Okay. And there's no saving throw for that, it just is.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. So now it's blind and pissed.
And I move
Okay.
away from where I was originally.
And I run away.
I bravely run away.
I bravely run away.
Where
Plinker!
are you, Ulrich?
No, I'm Sir Robin.
Since everyone else's weapons have turned into weird beach things, Plinker's dulcimer's turned into a ukulele. But it sounds like an electric guitar, but because he's playing that song. So he's going to cast
Aisha?
daggers.
God damn it.
This is a running theme, isn't it?
I don't know why I keep missing you.
Too stealthy.
Oh,
Too stealthy.
is Asa first?
Okay.
I technically
go ahead
could have
and
gone
finish your
2 rounds,
turn.
so go, it's fine.
Yeah, let me put Asa in here. I don't know why I keep skipping Asa today. I blame
Ace
the
is
plague,
too stealthy.
It's okay,
Yeah.
I'll take the hint.
clearly. Alright. No cloud of daggers. Dagger.
And I'll give Iskin a bonus, or bardic inspiration as well.
Okay.
I feel like if Plinker's playing this song, everybody should get an bardic inspiration.
Okay. So what's your damage on cloud of daggers?
12.
Ooh. Alright. Go ahead and take your turn, Asa. That was good.
Thank you, it's okay.
Alright.
Ace will consider using his shroud, then consider what a herd of vomiting unicorns would look like in swim trunks and think better of it.
They would so be puppies.
Actually, it might get reskinned into puppies, but no, he's gonna go stab it.
With a bladed umbrella.
I mean, if an 18 hits anyway, I don't know.
An 18 will hit, yes.
Yeah, so that's 15. Then he'll use his other one. Nice. That's 21, and then he'll bonus action dash, get the fuck out of there.
Okay. Alrighty. Alright. And now Nero.
So Nero is going to realize that instinctively realize that considering all of his stuff has changed, maybe the way his spells work changed too. And so he's gonna just basically pull out his surfboard and start strumming on like an air guitar. And this blinding light is gonna start emitting from the edge of it, and then he's gonna grab it and just swing it towards the monster and do a second level fail.
And
But it looked really cool, guys. It looked really cool.
Alright. Is that all for your turn?
Improvised flare.
Okay. So it is now Lightning Monster Rar's turn.
this is fine.
Lightning Monster Rar! 20 foot by 5 foot. So it'll be basically Denisac. Yep. It'll be Denisac, and then I'll roll randomly for another person. Yes,
It's
good.
okay.
Well, because he can't see and he can't line up. It's so
Nope.
terrible.
He can't line anything up, so he's kind of guessing. Yeah, Denisek and Iskin make a dex save, please. All right.
Aren't you proficient? No.
Hmm?
I thought fighters were proficient in dex saves.
No, they get con.
Yep.
All right. So as you all watch, the lightning monster Rar rears back, stretches his neck out, and out comes that lightning breath that you saw before. That hits, or at least attempts to hit, Iskin and Denisac. Both manage to dodge stealthily. We will take 33 points of damage.
Oh shit!
Oh, wow.
Is Denisac conscious?
No.
'Cause,
That would have been an insta kill if
He
you
was,
failed.
he was. So wait, half that?
No.
No, you take 33. That is half.
Oh,
Jimmy
yeah.
was.
He's taking a little bit of a rest. Magically a beach blanket is underneath him.
So, something refresh my memory on how massive damage death works.
If you go over your max HP unconscious, so he would have instantly died if he took full damage.
Ah, okay.
Why are you just sound disappointed?
No, I'm just wondering. I don't wish ill on anybody's characters.
Just your own.
Just my own.
All right. So, with that done, Iskin took half that. God
I love
damn.
that you remembered my health. Because I was like, okay, I should be good. I should be right at 0. Nope, I'm -1.
Well, I guess I'll just hit him harder. Gotta hit him harder. That'll connect. That will also connect. And
Hunter's mark damage as well.
yep, plus piercing. So that is 29 in toto. Ass hole. Faiskin fires 2 more arrows into this thing, trying to catch it in its stupid face. And that's her turn. Professor, it's your go.
Professor cannot see the thing. It is in darkness.
You can see like the
Well,
part.
you can't see it.
You
can
see
See everything from the neck down.
Let's see. Professor has decided that the best way that he can contribute is by hiding away from the giant lightning bolts and just firing things that can't miss. No,
Okay.
it's not working.
It just put in the 3d4 plus 3.
There we go. As he like ducks beneath a palm tree and just like shoots the magic missiles in the opposite direction, they stop, turn back around, and
Pew, pew, pew.
yeah, they're basically fireworks.
Yay! That's perfect for the beach theme.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We see it.
Clicky.
Right. Clicky's realizing that we're probably outgunned here. Who's lying on the ground completely bonkered?
Den and Stick. I can get
Den
him on my turn though.
No, Clicky will try to pick up Dennis second and hoof it into the safety of the trees.
My bucket.
Can't hear him if he goes too far away.
We can heal him when we're in a safe place.
So you pick up poor Denizek from his beach blanket in front of the and manage to abscond away. Again, the creature can't react because the creature can't see you do it. Thanks to Finch. Denizek, I need you to make a death save, please. And Sin, I got that damage.
It's
fine.
just a
Okay.
constitution save?
No, it's a separate button. It says
Okay.
death.
Yes, there's an actual button. Yep.
Yay.
Succeed.
Did it?
That is a success. Yeah. You don't have to hit that. Mm-hmm.
Mark it.
All right. Now, Asa. I won't forget this time.
Yeah. Much appreciated. Congrats, Den and Sick. You're alive again.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna stab it again.
I'll stab it with my face.
And a 14's gonna miss. And
Yeah,
then
14.
I'm gonna book it.
All right, Finch.
All right. It's gonna go up to it with this tiki torch. I'm gonna yell, "Shaka bra!"
That won't hit.
And I need it to make a Constitution save for me, please.
Okay. DC.
15.
Oh. I'm just gonna make that one. No, it's one shy. Okay, so it fails.
It's stunned.
It is stunned.
Woohoo!
Now
So that
kill it
means-
till it dies.
So that means this is at advantage. So that's another
Okay.
13 points of damage.
Alrighty.
And then I am going to bonus action punch with both my fists so that I am.
I love it.
And then I'm gonna run away.
And then I'm gonna run it off. Alright.
Toes
Blinker!
Save the day, Blinker.
Blinker's gonna use dissonant whispers on it.
Ooh.
I'm gonna use a 3rd level spell slot.
Ooh.
It's gonna come out as a Hawaiian chant.
Or it's
Ooh, gosh, shaka.
your wave wasn't as red as ours, bro.
Failed save.
You shouldn't even be here.
So it makes a wisdom saving throw. DC 15.
Okay. DC 15. Alrighty. Wisdom. Okay, so it succeeds,
Boo.
but it still takes damage, right?
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
just
half
roll,
damage.
And then you can have it.
You can have it. Okay.
Halvin.
Halve it.
Halve it. Wow.
Isn't it another?
Wait. Oh yeah, two more d6. Sorry. Wait, no, one more d6.
Okay,
So
we should-
23.
Half. 11.
Okay. That's psychic damage.
Also,
Alrighty.
if anybody has spells that require dexterity saves, it automatically fails dex saves because it can't move.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
With his bonus action, he's gonna give a bardic inspiration to Finch.
Yay!
Okay. Yay! Anything else?
Nope.
Cool. Nero.
Okay. So how's this looking right now?
She's fine.
She's fine?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay, well, in that case, he's going to try one more time. Because Mama Dragon didn't raise no quitters. You know, do the whole same thing, you know, real quick, air guitar on a surfboard, sling it at the thing,
Oh.
Oh!
Nice.
and he's gonna rock towards it, split in the water as it goes. Bam.
Yow.
How much is that in toto?
So that's 11 plus 11, 22 plus 14 is
A lot.
shit, 36.
Nice.
36 in toto.
That makes up for all the times you've missed with this.
Also, the next person to attack it gets advantage.
Which they'd have anyway because it's stunned, right?
Yes.
Now they get double advantage.
Double advantage, triple advantage. Like automatic hit. Alright. So as the guiding bolt hits the lightning monster Rar, it doesn't seem to appreciate that. It's openly angry and bleeding into the water now, and little lightning starts to shoot off of its back. It is incredibly unhappy with all of you.
Come at me, bro.
Well, it's stunned, so we're doing okay.
Don't I have a thing? I do have a thing. I totally have a thing.
Immunity to stunned.
No, unfortunately, it's not a good thing. But does have. If I can find it, there it is. We'll roll this at disadvantage because it can't see.
It also is done.
So it can't leave, can't move.
It's incapacitated.
Oh, it's incapacitated totally?
Yeah.
Yeah, stunning is kind of
Really good.
It can't take
Alright.
actions or reactions.
Stuck. That's fine. We'll just go to Iskin. Iskin will become a palm tree to make Finch happy.
Yeah!
And
Palm
because
tree
she needs
skin.
points, frankly. So Iskin will do palm tree form. Back some hit points. Cause ouch. And go ahead and shoot using her bardic inspiration for damage. I can do that, correct?
No, he's not a Valor Bard.
It's just a
Yeah, I don't
hit.
think
It's
for
just-
damage.
Just
Yeah.
hit?
And
Okay.
saving throws, I think, too.
Yep.
Okay.
Just in case, one of those might come up.
Just in case. And it didn't come up this time. So we'll hang on to it then. Okay, it's 27 more damage to our lightning friend here. Professor, it's your go.
I'm gonna test this out. Professor's gonna step
Alright.
out from behind the tree, and he's gonna take a handful of sand, toss it in the direction of the Bahir, while also blowing on it at the same time. And there's nothing working.
And a string of gibberish comes out of his mouth.
Ooh.
He's gonna cast a sleep spell. If it has less than 43 hit points right now, it falls asleep.
44.
44.
Somehow I
Never mind.
44.
We're doing some pretty good damage to it, though.
Yeah, you are. I mean, you're. Like I said, it's bleeding. It's clearly damaged. It's having a rough time. It's also blind and stunned and unhappy with life in general. Anything else, Professor?
Back behind the tree.
Okay, click you go.
I'm still in the ice because I can do fall out of my chair. I can do what's that damn thing called? The thing where I move because I cast spells and then cast magic missile because I'm a boss.
Yes.
Misty step?
No, Mr.
No, it's the thing with the storm sorcerers. They get 10 feet of flight.
Yeah,
I think you have to use it after you cast your spell.
it's before or after.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty rad.
Huh.
And I'm going to use a second level spell slot to cast magic missile, so I create an extra dart. It's 4 in toto.
4 in total.
No, well, magic
That's
missile.
44 plus 4.
Yeah, we're just going to do it in this thing because I don't trust it.
Okay.
Second monitor, why aren't you working? Here we go. 4d4 plus 4. Super attack, go!
It's actually not a bad roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
That's why we've
All
got
right.
magic missile.
Cha. In the back behind the tree?
I'm going to stay out where it's. I mean, yeah, I'll hide behind the tree.
I mean, you don't have to. It can't see you. It can't see you and it can't
Good
move.
choice.
So.
I'm okay with hiding behind trees. I'm crunchy sorcerer.
All right.
Instead of squishy, it's crunchy. I like it.
That clicky probably dropped Demon's deck.
Yes.
AC healed him. Just deposited him. Okay. Shit, how am I gonna work this out? I'm quite far away from it now, right? I don't want to
Yes.
get close after that, because I have an aversion to death. Just yeah. So I'm gonna pull out my crossbow, but it looks like a water gun,
Okay.
and I'm gonna shoot him.
All right. That will hit.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess that hit.
Yep.
And then I'll your thing. And then I will, as a bonus action, I think I can do, what is it, second wind?
Yeah, you get 1d10 plus 4, I think.
Is that to get my hit points back?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I
Yep,
can do
that's
1d10.
the-
1d10 plus 4?
Mhm.
Oh, because then, okay. That makes sense. Sorry, I'm a loser and I don't know.
You're fine.
Oh my god, maybe not 40. So I can get 10 hit points back.
There you go.
And I'm not on the verge of death, just adjacent to the verge of death.
Not dead yet.
And then I'm just gonna, swear at him in Dwarven.
That's fair.
Yep, fair enough. Asa? Uh-oh. Did we lose Noel?
No.
It's
Your mic's off.
quick steal all of his loot.
This is what happens. Thank you, phone. So, since I see that Denonsek has revealed where he is, I'm gonna curse at the guy in Draconic, because I have that, and I think he knows that, and that might distract him. I don't know. Then I'm gonna stab him, which is probably more distracting.
Okay, that will hit.
Also, Asa learned his Draconic from a kobold, so the accent is terrible.
Probably.
21.
Veggie skewer.
And then book it.
Alrighty. As the lightning monster roar kind of sways in place, bleeding profusely. Finch, it's your turn.
I'm gonna go up and boop it.
Boop it. That is a miss.
It's a 23 misses.
Oh,
What does he have advantage from?
It's still stunned until the end of my turn.
Oh.
then yeah, that's a connect.
And I will need it to make another con save.
Excuse me, what's the DC again?
15.
Oh, I think he makes it this time. 4. Yep, that's 17.
Okay, then I'm gonna bop him.
Okay.
Make sure you finish with a twist him.
And I need to make another Constitution save, please.
Yeah, it's a natural 20.
Okay,
Just
guys,
to be pedantic, didn't you spend your key during the volleyball?
that was fun. That was flavor.
Yeah, but that
you
was
said
just
you
for
spent
fun.
all of it.
Yeah, he did. It's okay.
And then I'm gonna
Going
blop him.
back, we had a long rest before this happened.
Yeah.
He feels very refreshed by the volleyball.
And then Finch is gonna run back and be like, "Guys, it's gonna start moving again." And then I run back.
Alright.
What do you mean you didn't stun it? That's what you're good for.
I'm sorry.
Blinker, it's your go.
Performance anxiety.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on it again.
Okay. Oh.
I'm gonna use a 3rd level spell slot again.
Okay.
Hey, so sorry guys, but I'm gotta go.
Oh.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wow. You
This
can't
was
stun
awesome.
anything anymore.
Have a good Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter.
If Finch gets hit, he has to make a Constitution save to maintain the darkness. But other than that, he just is gonna hit it. So,
Gotcha.
Okay. He'll just hit it. We know.
That's
See
what
you
he
guys.
does. Well,
And then he'll run away. Bye.
All right. What's my DC again?
15.
15 wisdom.
Yep.
Oh, that's terrible. All right. So it will take the entire brunt of this psychic damage, which as soon as the dissonant whispers enters its little noggin, it's overcome by not only shame and being beaten by this motley crew of swimsuit wearing, hot dog stick wielding, umbrella carrying
Beach
weirdos. Beach bums, yes. But also, it's got a hatchet embedded into one eye. It's not terribly thrilled with that either. And it slowly sinks back into the sea, never to be heard from again.
No, I wanted to eat it.
No! So the team is victorious! Huzzah! Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Erie, is the sun starting to set yet?
That's Captain Erie.
Oh, sorry, Captain Erie. Sorry, my apologies. Would you like me to walk the plank now, Captain?
Captain Erie, please. Is the sun starting to set? Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
No.
Aw.
No, it's actually strange. The sun doesn't seem to have moved much at all in the entire time
Yeah.
you've been on the beach.
Yeah, we're officially dead, you guys. This is the afterlife.
Well, it's fine. Even though this would have been thematically better with the sun setting and, it's time to go into beach party mode, nighttime beach party mode, Nero is going to bemoaning the loss of such a fine specimen to eat. Going to create food and water. But
And
because this is beach party episode, it's going to be thematically appropriate, like roasted boar and, everybody's of age, so alcoholic beverages, and it's actually going to taste good.
Except for Finch.
Except for Finch, but he's not here.
That's
Finch,
alright.
Nero will sneak Finch a few drinks.
Yeah, and besides, who knows what the drinking age and
Everyone looks around to find Finch and Cookie Burps.
I think Yuri knows. What is the drinking age in Iyith? For our
Who's
own
going
records.
to arrest us? The beach cops?
Damn.
The beach cops.
They all of a sudden come up and start arresting us all. Especially the naked ones.
So yeah, Nero's going to create a beach feast, and it's actually going to taste amazing because
Beach episode.
because the influence of the beach, guys.
Obviously, yes. By virtue of being on the beach, everything is awesome and tastes amazing. And you guys relax and just ignore the big slick of bloody water off the coast. That's fine.
Par
You
for the
don't need
course,
to-
really.
You don't need to worry about
Funny.
that. It's okay. And it's gonna have a sandwich and a nap, and it's all fine. No, you guys are welcome to party the rest of your evening away and eat your beach feast and play your balloon fish volleyball and learn to
Light
surf,
a bonfire.
light a bonfire, make sandcastles.
As nice as this all is, and Denisek will be eating like a big sandwich with like way too much meat on it. Like we should probably go somewhere.
Why?
I
Why?
kind of have an aversion to islands.
But Denisek, you know us. Like, as soon as we get comfortable here, we're gonna blink and be back in some hellscape. So don't worry about it.
Take a load off. There's a nice palm tree with your name on it. Have a kebab.
A palm tree with my name on it. I don't know what you.
Nero's going to use a bit of a lightning trick he learned in the afterlife and carve Denisek's name into a palm tree.
There.
That's
You
rude.
Go sit.
Probably doesn't know what it actually says.
Denisek, palm tree. Nero's been drinking a bit by this point.
That looks nice. It's good. It's good.
Hey, you helped me with navigating a while ago, and I really,
Get away.
I appreciate that. And look, I don't know you that well. I really only know spades that well, but you know what? You're cool. Do you like pina coladas?
It's a pina colada. Don't
Well,
want to cut off the clothes.
look, just have this thing. Like, do you like pina coladas? Like, answer the question.
Just
Get
say
it caught in
yes.
the rain.
I can tell you're not into yoga based on what I was doing, but
Ooh.
Nero's going to interject and just be like, Professor, have a drink.
He's
I'm
had a
Rum
lot.
on the island.
He's had
I'm
a
like
lot.
holding up like three different pineapple cups, basically.
Pineapples and coconut drinks with little umbrellas on them.
Yes, exactly.
The bendy straws.
So everyone's enjoying themselves and they're relaxing. You get all your hit points back, and everyone generally has the benefits of a long rest. And good food, and everyone's calm. Now the sun has begun to set. It seems like the days might be longer here than what you're used to. But eventually, the sun begins to slip beneath the horizon. You haven't really seen any other boats come close to you, though. There are still those ships out there, flitting between the islands. But none of them seem to approach this one. At least not close enough to get their attention. But you have food and you have fire and, you know, who cares, right?
Right? Impromptu beach concert.
As the night begins to sort of roll in, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna be sitting at the bonfire with way too many drinks nearby.
I will totally join Nero in drinking away all of my cares.
Did you know you two both of you were dead? Did you know that?
I don't think I died.
You
I
were
don't really
so
remember.
Dead. Like you disappeared underwater. That's dead.
Hey, I mean, you've seen me disappear underwater before, and like I've been okay. Have you seen what I can do with water? I like.
Yeah, but
I'm
you
like
were down there for like a month.
I'm like the water master. Like I can take water and I can make it into all kinds of shapes and like wibbly wobbly.
You're right. So you're back and alive. But Nero was totally dead. He took an arrow to the skull. It was gory.
Oh,
Still dead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like hold out a fist to Nero. I'll be like, "That's pretty metal."
I fist
wait.
bump. I was like, I actually died twice.
Oh my
This is
god!
Third time
You
back.
need to tell me all about it. I've always wanted to know what it's like to be dead. He gets really sad for a second and then pops back up into happy.
Nero's just kind of like back on his elbows at this point. He's roasting a kebab, like holding the kebab skewer with his foot. And it's really weird. Kind of just, the first time was just kind of floating around, you know, dissolving and everything. The second time was a lot better. Started walking off into this micro world that Iskin made. Thank you for that, Iskin. Nice place.
She's not even. She's stretched out. She's in the sun. She's completely ignoring all of you at this point.
Hey, Iskin, lady.
Right.
Look, I remember. Look, I remember we never really got along, but you know, maybe we didn't, you know, give each other the chance that you know we deserved and everything. So like, things are cool now, right? Like we're good, yeah.
I can split your skull at 100 paces, Professor.
I know you can. I love that you can do that. That's really useful.
Speaking of traits Iskin enjoys in other people, do I still have those two things I stole?
Yeah, you still have
guys,
those two
hey
little
guys, look
pouches.
at this. Let's see what's in these. What's in them?
Okay. One pouch has just a mixture of gold and silver coins. They're not coins that are familiar to you.
What the fuck kind of country are we in?
Yeah, they're larger than normal, than you would expect. One side is stamped with what looks like a lyre that's been spun with ivy, and the other side has a torch on it. And the silver ones aren't marked at all. So they're probably not real.
Guys, we're on some
That's-
weird plane of existence.
The other pouch, oddly enough, now the other pouch is slightly smaller, but the leather of it is much, much heavier. And instead of having a standard sort of wrap tie enclosure, it's actually been sewn shut by super heavy thread and then gone over again with more leather so that it's pretty sealed tight. You'd have to cut it open almost.
I am way too drunk for caution. Cut it open.
Okay. Inside are bundles of botanicals. There's a bundle that looks like cinnamon sticks, very small cinnamon sticks. They don't smell like cinnamon though. And then other little clusters of herbs and moss that have all been tied together in their little separate parts.
Guys, I think I found drugs.
So we're
Hand
doing
them
these,
over.
right?
I'll
yeah,
take
we're,
one.
We're totally doing these, right? I want to do those.
Yeah. You go first. I don't know how you're supposed to use these. I'll give him one
Stick
of
them in
these.
a thing and light them on fire, and then breathe it.
Yeah. Pass around some of these cinnamon sticks that are almost certainly not drugs.
Nero's gonna
Light it up.
Nero's gonna take one, plop it in his drink, and start using it as a straw.
Okay. That'll be fun. And Clinker, I'm assuming, gets a handful of whatever he can get
Yeah.
for his pipe.
Yep.
Those you guys are sitting on this beach, totally not doing drugs.
Well, probably not.
Totally not doing drugs at all.
This is totally not oregano.
This is fine. This is fine. Out of the woods from behind you, from the interior of the island, walks a small group of people. You guys don't really hear them coming because you're all either half asleep, like Iskin and I'm assuming Finch, or you're doing drugs.
I'm not
the
doing
rest.
drugs.
We're literally smoking a cinnamon stick.
It's beach cops, guys. Run.
God, it smells terrible, I imagine.
Yes, none of it is pleasant, and you're all smoking different kinds, so the various scents are all sort of mixing with one another, and it's also, burnt hair and bad cheese. And
This was
sit around this beach. So yes, a small group, about 4 people, come up, and did we lose somebody?
It's just set.
Small group of people come up. They do have weapons, but they don't have them drawn. It's 2 men and 2 women, and they wear kind of a muddy green and gray sort of tunics. All 4 are heavily tattooed. Every available inch of skin that you can see is heavily tattooed. And one of them has a net, like a large fisherman's net slung over one shoulder. The others have more conventional weapons. 2 have short swords, 1 has a long sword. And not only is the tattooing very intricate and ornate, but they all have pretty intricate hairstyles as well. There's a lot of coral, a lot of beading, a lot of work gone into their hair, and they all have longer hair, even the males. And they appear to be human-ish, as far as you can tell. But they, all 4 do kind of approach the group slowly, nonchalantly, and you notice none of them are wearing shoes. But they do approach the crew as you all lollygag around this beach, either half asleep or high as kites.
So they were actually drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Some of us are half asleep and high as kites.
Mhm.
Hey, it's people.
Yeah. Well, one of the leads, one of the women, being trying to building sandcastles, one of the women kind of steps out 2 steps ahead of the rest of the crew. And she has her accent is very different from one that you've heard so far today, even. She doesn't talk with the same kind of lilt as the pirate. She has almost a very island sort of cadence to her speak, which I can't do. She doesn't have to pretend. But she addresses the group and just asks if you're all okay.
Better than ever.
This is a lovely day.
Yeah.
You're hungry? We have food and drink for plenty.
We're good. We're so good.
So she kind of glances over her shoulder at her companions, and you hear sort of a snickering from the collected group. Well, that's always good to hear. We can't leave you on the beach, though.
Why not?
The sun's gonna set. It'll be nice.
And
What happens when the sun sets?
It's probably like one of those don't look at the moon things.
You can look at the moon all you want, but there are creatures that beach at night that might mistake you for food.
Like the Bahir, we saw one of those. It's like super dead.
Nero's gonna snicker.
It's like super dead. We like killed it so hard.
dead.
Yeah.
I think it's almost like super dead too.
Well, that's impressive. Very impressive. Not that I don't absolutely believe you.
Look at the big pool
But-
of blood.
Where
Yeah.
would you take us?
It's still a sandcastle.
Well, we could take you inside if you'd like. And give you proper beds to.
But it's nice
We
out.
No, let's go. I don't want to fight another Bahir. Den insect smells bad, electrocuted.
Yeah, I guess be here done that.
It is
Well-
true. I don't think I'd want to eat Denisec.
Well, we'd be happy to go with you if you'll help us carry all this food and alcohol.
Especially
You're
the
welcome
alcohol.
to have some as well.
Oh, no, they aren't.
not the drugs though. Those are mine.
They just sort of laugh amongst themselves. You're welcome to bring whatever you like. But you should probably follow us before it gets any darker.
Okay.
Nero's gonna start gathering up all the various meats and fruits and like kebab things, and grabs one of the smaller barrels of rum.
Which you can't possibly carry all of it. You know that.
Fine, he's gonna stick with the barrel of rum then.
Well, put
Important
things to the
thing.
stomach, so he'll take the food.
There you go.
Denisec is trying to pick up things, but like as he picks up one thing, he like drops the other one outside the back of his arm. Then he goes to pick up another thing and stops again. He just eats a lot of things.
Right, come on, you lot. We gotta get this food and drink in.
Okay.
So you guys are sort of shepherded very loosely. Like, most of you are intoxicated at this point, so perception rules aren't even a thing. But the four the four individuals have sort of spaced themselves around you sheepdog style in order to kind of keep this train a moving and make sure there aren't any strays.
I'll be sure to like
As you-
go up to every single one of them individually and be like, "Hey, do you like pina coladas? Do you like peanut coladas?"
You get a lot of pats and just sort of like about faces and gentle guidance deeper into the forest in return. These are clearly people that have dealt with drunkards and revelers, and yeah, they're not terribly phased, but they're not annoyed by it either. They seem to think it's rather amusing to watch this crew be hauled through. So you guys walk through the woods. It's real difficult to tell time because now the sun's blocked out quite a bit, so you don't really know what time of day it is. It could be night for all you know at this point, and you have no concept of time since you're all sort of knackered in one way or another. But you finally come through. The stones become larger and smoother, and eventually sort of make a path. But it's a very organic sort of thing. It doesn't even look like it's laid out purposefully. But they take you along this path of white stone, and the trees sort of become a little more manicured looking and more pruned and less wild as you're brought in deeper. And then you can kind of see in the distance large stone statues that are half buried in moss, been overgrown, and no real attempt has been made to sort of keep that greenery back. Several of them are fountains as well. They have water coming from open mouths or extended hands. Again, some are still half buried, so you can only see the top parts. It's actually a very calming sensation, this running water, as you walk past it into the collected pools. And as you continue through this path and go up the crest of a hill, at the top of it, the trees break away enough that you can see into the distance. And you're looking probably the dead center of the island. And what you can see rising from the treetops is a large, it could be stone. It's hard to tell in the dying light, but it is a massive temple that is white, pure white, from where you're standing. And it kind of glints a little bit in the sort of the sunset, catching all the last bits of light as they fail. And your four guardians stop for a second, and they make small motions with their hands. All four make the same motion simultaneously as they stand and look at this building. And then they kind of come to themselves again and kind of turn you off so that now you're going to the left instead of straight forward. And back down underneath the canopy of the jungle / woods to a smaller encampment. There's other people that are dressed like them there. Another 3 or 4. But there's a fire and there are small tents and everything about it is very ramshackle and makeshift. But the woman who spoke to you before says that you can sleep here. It's safer, and we'll keep an eye out for you if you'd like.
Much appreciated.
And then Nero's gonna just kind of walk in and
She'd be like, "Hey, we brought the party."
There's kind of a laugh from the camp.
What's up, party people?
Nero's turned into such a beach bombing death.
Alright, I need everyone except for Iskin, I assume Finch, and Denisak to make a constitution check.
Oh no. Lots of drugs.
And alcohol.
Alright.
Lots of drugs and alcohol.
We're crossfaded as fuck.
Yeah, so Nero's out cold. He's just gone now. Nero's just gone.
He's curled up around his barrel of rum.
Yep, he is. He's cuddling his barrel run. He's done for the night. The members of the camp, 2 of the members of the camp, throw a blanket on him. And just kind of leave him where he is.
Yeah, good luck
Not gonna
moving
mess
him.
with that. Yeah, nobody here is big enough to really haul. So they leave him where he is. The rest of you are still conscious, but definitely feeling the effects. So everything is kind of swimming a little bit. The fire is immensely fascinating to you.
That good stuff.
Everything
Whose
is.
end is that noise coming from?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh,
No,
someone
stop.
I don't know that died, so that's good.
And
Yeah,
it's
it's
back.
you.
Yeah,
Okay,
yep.
it's me. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So now you're all at camp. And the one that spoke to you first addresses you again. None of them have introduced themselves to you. They don't seem to be terribly interested in giving you too much information.
I can't blame them.
But yeah, as you guys sort of get yourself settled around the fire, and she asks, "Are you shipwrecked or?"
Yep.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, like twice. Once like plane of existence wise, and once literally.
It's confusing. Don't worry about it.
This happens a lot.
Yeah.
You could say it was an existential crisis.
You're passed out.
Hence, I didn't use Nero voice.
You're passed out. So
I'm gonna like go up to Nero and just like move his mouth and say, "You could say it was an existential."
I'll allow it.
That actually was not a bad Nero voice.
No, that was really good. That's why I'll allow it. So as you guys kind of get settled down, you brought more food, and your host said, "I know you said you ate, but we do have food here that might help you, you know, come down a little bit."
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We're fine. We're fine. I mean, like,
I would
what?
suggest-
What? We're not. We're fine.
I would suggest that you all rest. You've had a very long day. And so she kind of makes hand gestures towards the various tents. It's fine. You can rest. It's safe here.
Okay. Flop over in the sand.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. That's fine.
Nobody's
So
using
everyone-
the tents.
You know, one by one, everyone just kind of finds their corner and curls up and falls asleep. And as you all kind of drift away, visions of balloon fish volleyball and killing cool ass lightning monsters and mice and tricorn caps with massive sabers.
To like a lullaby remix of Miserloo.
Yeah. Massive, awesome battle music. All the cool stuff that happened today. The little swimsuits, hot dog forks, palm trees, sand castles. You all have pleasant dreams of the day. And that song that you heard in your last moments in the Kneld, that strange little twisty sea shanty mixed with the sound of saltwater waves, comes back, sort of wraps you up, and you all fall deeply, deeply asleep. And that is where we will end our April Fool's adventure for today.
I like the idea that the 7 guys we initially replaced will wake up there.
Yeah.
Where?
Body
What
swap.
is this place?
And
Great.
They got us.
and I would absolutely love it if this was like canon.
Did you guys have a really fucking weird dream?
We wake up, you guys are still stoned, and everyone's hungover as fuck.
Yeah, as
Nero.
far as the like how this ties into the greater story and everything like that, that'll be left to Sin. Like Sin can decide what, if anything, we bring over from this adventure, what is canon, what is not canon, whatever. That's all on him. But I did check with him before I did this.
I just really like the idea of Nero like continuously coming back and then leaving again.
Yeah.
If I may-
3 times!
If I may
3
ask,
times!
Like it really just kind of removes from the fact that hey guys, Nero's dead. Nah, he'll be back. He's been
No.
back 3 times already.
Now we need to have the Erie's group in the Kneld.
Mm-hmm.
I like the nicer parts of the Kneld.
yeah.
What were you gonna say, Michael?
If I may ask, where does this fall on the Iyith timeline? Clearly
Where
before
does it
anything
fall?
magical got, stigmatized. Because we
Mm-hmm.
blatantly abused magic.
Guys,
Well, it could be
Actually,
because pirates are pretty. I mean, first, pirates are pretty
They're-
lackadaisical for one.
They're loose with the rules.
They're pretty
Fair.
accepting. And the other thing is that most pirate ships, even beyond the crack, do have weather mages on them. That is a thing. Whether it's a divine cleric of Inaline, who are tempest clerics basically, and control storm and water and everything like that, or if they have a water wizard for very much the same thing. Yeah, having someone cast gust of wind or shape water, stuff like that, would not be odd to them, since those people are routinely on larger vessels. That's it's one of those you kind of do what you got to do, sort of things.
Or we can just say that we just caused the schism.
Or that.
Our bad. Sorry.
Because let's be honest, World Ending Cataclysms, probably one of our parties did it.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
Oh,
So-
I'm
I
glad you
really
guys
hope
liked
Ina
it.
draws any part of it.
Yeah, I really would like some pictures. So I told Sin it's just a goofy sort of one-off for pictures and logs, basically. That's all. That's
Oh
all
man,
it's
the
for. It's
logs!
just
I forgot
to
about
goof
that.
around.
Yeah, no, like that was a great 1-year anniversary thing. That was just awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
I know it wasn't super long or anything, but I just wanted to be kind of quick and dirty and fun. And
Yeah, well, next session is gonna be my birthday, so
Oh yeah.
yeah, let's do something for that.
No.
Is that next week, you mean?
Denisek is keeping up his tradition of almost dying every single time.
yeah, that was just a bad roll.
I would have loved if he insta-died to that.
Honestly, so the funny thing is with Nero, if he had succeeded on the dex check, he actually would not have gone down.
Ay,
Lightning resistance for the win.
good shit. No,
So-
no, don't bring him back a fourth time. This is getting excessive.
No, it would just be a thing. Nero's just he's
You have another character waiting. I know about them.
yeah, but
Eventually,
he's
like,
dead,
how-
but he just keeps coming back for like
And
short
every
little-
time he comes back, he's slightly different.
Yeah.
You know, he gets darker and
Yeah.
darker every time.
Well, actually,
Well,
no.
he got a lot
Nero's
lighter
actually
this time.
no. So the last few times, like, so he died, then he came back, and he was like, he basically just chilled the fuck out. And then this session, he was just like, I've died twice. I don't even care. I'm just chill. It's good.
I'm pretty certain I'm
Uh,
a at this.
My only
Well,
regret
I
is
mean-
that we didn't try to fight more pirates.
No.
Yeah, there is also the possibility that the professor and Nero don't actually exist.
Yeah.
You're just a figment of your imagination.
I'll have you know, Asa was sad about you dying in quotation marks.
Oh.
No, the dying in quotation marks, not the sad.
Right, right. Professor misses Asa. Asa was a good partner.
Yeah.
Aww.
Wherever the professor is.
Whatever it is. So you guys know how the entire beginning of that we're just talking about? Oh yeah, we teleport all the damn time. It's just something we do. We're on all these different planes of existence. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
This is what it reminded me of.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Do I want to open that?
It's like almost the entire episode. This is what I was thinking of. We just wash up on we're pirates, and then we wash up on a beach, and we're all in beach clothes, and then we wake up back in the Kneld.
That's awesome.
Yep. The next Kneld game is gonna be weird.
Gonna have to figure out how that one goes.
Well,
Guys, our friends were alive briefly.
Again.
Again. I don't
Professor never died,
understand
though.
how death works anymore.
Clearly, it doesn't.
Yeah, like
Death
I'd
is so-
like to submit a bug report.
Why would you want to submit a bug report when people can just come back randomly and then leave again?
It's not a bug. It's a feature.
Yeah, that's definitely a feature.
We'll see what's canon anyway. Get some sanity back for a day at the beach.
No, you never get sanity back. Once it's gone,
Yeah,
it's gone.
I assumed.
There's only one direction, and it's more crazy, not less crazy.
Ace is fine. He hasn't lost any.
Yeah, I didn't
I'm-
ask, how does that actually affect me? Because I'm negative. I've got a negative.
You're fine for now. Well, you've got 2 insanities already, so you're not great, but
I will say, Sin, I'm a little worried about this new character because wisdom. I was a dummy and put wisdom as my dump stat.
oh yeah.
In the Kneld.
Enjoy.
Yeah. High Wisdom has features. Finch's sanity is still higher than the rest of the party, despite everything.
Hey, you know what? With this new character, if he goes insane, that just adds to him.
Sure.
Gives him more.
Have I mentioned how concerned I am that we have no healers now? Like, Asa has his
Oh, that's a
thing,
good
but that
point.
doesn't really count.
You got this. I believe in you.
No, he doesn't. He can heal like twice a day.
I think Iskin's taking a healing spell or something.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
No, I'm taking it. Doesn't mean I'm using it.
I gotta say though, Iskin, like, I swear. So you guys know about the mana shrimp, right? The one that like
Yeah.
punches so fast it creates micro explosions. That's what I'm envisioning Iskin's arrows as. Just, boom.
She has reached critical mass. She is at her
Wow.
strongest level, basically. Anyways, I will head out for now, but this was super fun.
Yeah, it was super fun. Good job, Eri.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
you had
We've
fun.
been talking about how we needed a beach session for a while, and then Erie actually did it. So yeah, that was really awesome.
I
Yeah.
think it's going to be a beach
Eerie.
session with Iyith,
Cat
because
mirror.
Iyith is going to have way more fan service in its beach session.
Yeah. Oh boy. But no, we have to
Oh
kill
my God.
Davin's grandma and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or get her to join the party, guys.
No.
We got
I
serious work to
believe
do,
me, I'm
guys.
gonna try. I'm gonna try really hard.
Have I mentioned how concerned I am that we're potential? I mean, it's hopefully just an illusion, but she's a really strong mage. And you know what happened the last time we fought one of those?
Yeah, it's cool. Well, now we can fight fire with fire.
Yeah, but we're level 5 fire, or level 6 fire, and she's...
Level 6 makes all the difference. Trust me. We can do this.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure it will.
Are there any other cake days coming up this week? Because people seem kind of clustered.
Cake days?
Birthdays.
Birthdays.
Yeah, because mine
Oh.
and Nex's are both next week. So
No, mine's not for another few months.
yeah, I'm looking for an
Yeah.
excuse to make more shitty sprites. So
So wait, what you're telling me is that our characters are twins and our birthdays next week.
it's not the same day. Mine's 4
Yeah,
days
no.
earlier.
Yeah, but what we're just gonna do is we're just gonna say that next week, like the next day is gonna be the twins' birthday.
Happy birthday! We killed Davin's grandma.
Yay!
Yay.
It's canon.
No, I'm always looking for excuses to make shitty sprites. So y'all need to tell me
Yeah,
like cake
go for
days
it.
and stuff.
Go for it. Just make them, honestly.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's inspiration to make shitty sprites. I already have something for next, and I don't want to wait a week because it's really bad.
Early birthday present. I'll take it a week early.
I'll make 2 things. That'll do the trick. You can have the unfinished shitty one.